Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Jay the Great here. Got me and Batman here today. Batman will be in shortly. We got a new segment for a podcast here today. This is Change Our Mind segment. Um, Obviously, the person that made this topic or segment, was a political influencer, Steven Crowder. But we decided to bring it down here, and we asked you guys what topic would you want people to try to change our minds on, and as you can tell, the title that is Minato beats Tobirama. So we're gonna see if anyone wants to call in and try to change our minds on that, and as to why Minato wouldn't beat Tobirama. Um, yeah, I'll let the people know in the Discord. If you want to call in, click on the description, the first link in the description. It's pretty put out there for you guys if you want to call in. We'll give it 30 minutes. If not, we'll do a regular stream. So. Hope you all are doing well, by the way. We were going to do this Friday, but some things came up. I do apologize, but we are here again. We want to be more consistent for you guys this year, and that is our goal. So that is certainly our goal here today. You, you, you. All right, so I think me and Batman are having technical difficulties. Apologize, folks. Give me a second. I'm going to close the Discord and rejoin. Could be on my side, folks. So give me a second here. Yo, yo, yo. All right, still giving me issues. I'm going to close the app completely. Prefer to ask questions, by the way, folks. You still can ask questions. Any and all questions. It doesn't have to be about the topic at hand. We just wanted to give you some entertainment if anyone does want to call in. So, I wanted to experiment with this. I'm going to try restarting the call. Give me a second, folks. Yo, yo, yo. All right, we're trying to fix this, folks. Any questions in the chat? Hope everything's okay. Yeah, it wasn't anything that serious. It was something I had to attend to, but it wasn't too serious, luckily. Appreciate it, though.
I can hear you now, brother.
Yo, yo. Yeah, I don't know what Discord is
We're good.
tripping,
We're good.
but we're good to go.
You.
Yo, yo. Yeah. But yeah, folks,
No
feel free to
worries. No
ask questions in
worries.
the chat. We'll give it 30 minutes. No one calls in, we'll do a classic Q&A. So, any questions at all,
Yes, sir. Oh,
folks?
I got all the scans
Yeah, I was
ready
ready
too.
too.
By the way,
Uh,
there'll be no bullshit. A lot. I got this
yeah.
shit ready. Again, there's no excuses today for Mister Water Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely not.
Again,
Yeah, we want to test this out, see what people want to talk about. But it's been as far as the anime, I know JJK Modulo, the sequel to JJK, has been pretty hot. Obviously, Boruto's still going on. Media is going to be quite the spectacle this year. Obviously, with Daredevil, The Boys, Invincible, obviously movie wise as well. Should be a good year. So. But yeah, folks, any questions, feel free to ask me in the chat here as well. People that are listening in, feel free to ask in the chat and Discord chat as well. We're trying to be consistent this year. I do have another video in the works. Um, Me and Batman should be doing some reactions this week as well for his channel. Crazy how many people talk shit
Yes,
but never show
sir.
up.
It's gonna be crazy.
Never show up to defend their boy Tobirama. Yeah, it's like that every time.
Literally.
Yeah, bro. Literally. It's always like that. To call in for the show.
Yeah, no, fucking like at the end of the day, like maybe if I start just spitting facts and the truth, they'll come in because they'll get
Yeah.
butthurt or some shit. But
It's like that
but
every
no, like
time.
at the end of the day with Tobirama, man, like he just looks so bad, man. He really does. Like he's at least blatantly above the base Sonic. We know that objectively. Like there's
Yeah.
no ifs, ands, or buts about it because of his Tobi his Edo feats. You know what I mean? Not even at full power, and he's fighting heroes and shit. You know.
Facts.
Um,
Yeah.
so like we know he's blatantly above the Sonic's base, but like as for like their next form, that's questionable. And as for anything beyond that, there's no way to prove it. Like it just you can't. And then it's
Yeah,
to
not
the
empirically.
exact opposite spectrum because what we do know, yeah, like empirically, narratively, etc. What we do know is this guy lost to Kin again, you know, and it's like confirmed several times. It's fucking like so many times it's stated. Like it's stated by Kin again when they say they beat him when they're talking the Dari, you know. It's stated by Tsunade in the fourth Raikage where they drove the second Okage to the brink of death. And that's the first interaction, mind you, not the second where he's killed successfully. The first time he fights these people two times, okay,
Yep. Two
you
two
know,
separate
like
occasions.
it's just stated so many times he gets smacked up by the kin again, and then like it gets even worse to where I was trying, yeah, that's what it was. So like Shikamaru, he's talking with his dad,
Yep.
and he's like, we're supposed to fight the legendary monster Kinkagu who once messed up the second Okage. Like it's stated again, and then his dad's like, you got this, you can surpass the second Okage, blah blah whatever. And then what happens? Team Darui unit and Team Asuma, they're fighting fucking Kinkagu. They're even
Yeah.
fighting him in his strongest form, V2, which is arguably what defeated Tobirama. You know what I mean? Because he couldn't get past the V2 armor, you know, and he has no chakra absorption like Kasame or anything, so he's just fucked, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and he got beat twice. And mind you, we get more context and information by the Raikage, but he also had help from the Raikage. The
The
second
second. Yep.
Raikage helped
Exactly.
him
Yeah.
against Kinnigan, and he got smacked and drove to the verge of death with like he was at basically picture the five Kage summit, right? Because they went to the summit to sign a peace treaty, okay? And the second Raikage is there along with other low Kage ninja like Jonin, like their henchmen and shit, right? And he still lost. He still lost to a coup d'etat. Like it was a surprise attack that was launched and whatnot. You know,
Yeah.
like he just doesn't look good, man. Like he
Yeah.
looks like
Empirically,
shit, and
it's
then
poor
people try to
performances.
come with like yeah, and then people try to come with the excuses. Well, oh well, it was surprise attack or whatever, but that doesn't matter because it's stated several times that they have a battle though.
Yeah.
Like literally stated that they have like and all because you do a surprise attack. There's many ninja that have to deal with surprise attacks. Donzo deals with it. Hiruzen deals with it. We have the feats. Sai is over here reacting to an off guard surprise attack in his own home. He's in his house, and an Anbu
Exactly.
henchman tries to kill him in his house. Like, and he's reacting to that shit. Like, and he's like, "Oh, nice reflexes and shit." You know. You got Sasuke who's sleeping in his fucking bed at Orochimaru's hideout, and Sai's like sending his snakes to apprehend him, and he's like, "Who's there?" And he just knows someone's trying to fuck with him while he's sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
If you're
like you
significantly
know,
superior, it doesn't matter if they're trying to off guard you in most cases. So it doesn't really matter.
literally,
Yeah. Especially if you're
and then
sensory
we
type.
have Donzo who's like going to the we got Donzo who's going to the Five Kage Summit,
Yeah.
and he's like henchmen, and they're like, yes, we know. And they can sense a whole platoon of like high level ninja trying to assassinate him while he's heading to the summit. Like, and they launch a surprise attack, and he's able to pick up on their presence while they're trying to use stealth and shit, and he deals with their attacks. You know. Then you have Choji, Naruto, and Shikamaru where they're talking in the village, and out of nowhere, Sai's launching an attack, and Choji and Shikamaru immediately respond and protect Naruto. You know what I mean, like there's just so many instances. You have the Sakura with Zetsu, where Zetsu tries to stab her in the back while he's transformed as Neji, and she
Yeah,
immediately responds and fucking blitzes him. You know,
exactly. Uh,
like there's just so many interactions. Then you got the hit on in Kakazu, where literally Asuma from behind, he has no idea he's there. Those shuriken that hit on from behind, he has a question mark and an exclamation mark, and he's able to respond to the attacks. You know what I mean? Same thing with Shikamaru. He's in a battle situation and he can dodge an attack from behind, point blank, by Kakazu. You know, like again, like we have like all the feats, all these things off guard in battle scenarios, and Ninja consistently respawn to surprise attacks. So like, there's just no excuse. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I
no,
don't want to hear it. You know?
yeah, that's a poor excuse. That's really the only one of the like not only but one of the most common refutations used for pro Tobirama, advocates, but it doesn't
Yeah,
work in theory. Empirically,
it's
that's
shit.
not the case. So it's a poor
Yeah, like, and
refutation.
then you're talking
So
about, and you're also talking about a fucking guy who's the most paranoid fucking ninja in character.
yeah,
Like you saw how he treated the
very
Uchiha.
cautious.
He even states for yeah, he states verbatim to like all the Kages and Sasuke and Team Taka, and he says he treats anyone with precaution and as a threat, and it's not just the Uchiha, like anybody. You know what I mean? Like he don't give a fuck. Like he's the most paranoid ninja, very intelligent. He's been at war with these fucking nations, the Cloud Village, like all these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's also stated in the manga several times. Like, and
Facts.
then people try to throw like the excuse, oh, but peace treaty, you know, and blah blah blah. Peace treaty don't mean shit. That's stated like several times that it's just fucking paper. It don't mean nothing because there's countless times where they try to stab him in the back, or countless times where they're trying to invade it and attack Konoha, or countless times where they're trying to steal the Byakugan when they have a peace treaty. You know,
Facts.
like there's just so much like that don't matter either. And remind you, then you also take into consideration the five Kage summit arc where they're all there and they're talking, right? And then out of nowhere, right, Kage gets mad and lifts his fucking arm up because he's pissed. And everybody immediately responded. Like the moment they detected a danger, a threat, they all responded and were ready for the smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like there's just again, like there's no excuse, bro. Like any nation is always ready for the fucking smoke. You know,
yeah.
especially
The
if it's an enemy nation. That's like the
yeah,
US, that's like the United States not being cautious with Russia or China. You know, like that don't make no fucking sense. We have peace treaties, but we're still cautious, right?
yeah.
Like
Yeah. That's one of the
this is
poorest.
bullshit, man. Like
Tobirama, the
oh,
Tobirama faction has been around for quite some
uh,
time. Still exists. It's not as loud as it was maybe a couple years ago, but it's still there. There's still people that put him over Minato, actually
yeah.
consider him, Jubito level. So those claims still exist. Those people still exist. So if anyone wants to defend those takes, they can,
Yeah,
feel free to come on.
it's just crazy. Like they try to put him over Minato, yet you got a guy that's losing the fucking to Kin again
Yeah,
twice. You know what
yeah,
I mean? And
exactly.
mind you, we're talking about the first time they fought. While he has help, the whole nine, whatever you name it, like he's at a summit, he has help, and he still gets clapped up and dies and has to use Flying Raijin to escape. Then we have the second time where he actually finally gets taken out by the Kinkaku unit, and it's also stated verbatim who's there. It's the Kinkaku unit. And fucking yeah, he has like some fatigue marks, but he uses a sensory jutsu. And he's like, he says it very calmly. He's like, "Oh, yep, the Kinkaku unit's here, blah blah. There's this many people. I'm gonna be the decoy so you guys can get away, right?"
Yeah,
So he still has enough chakra and power to fight. He can use chakra to use his sensory move and shit. He's not huffing and puffing. He's not saying, "Oh, like I'm completely out of chakra or anything." You know what I mean? Like, there's no excuse there either. He just goes and he gets clapped up.
yeah, exactly. Um, During the Five Kage Summit, no one knew Sasuke was there during the summit. And there was three Sensory Ninja. The only reason they knew was he was in the first place because as he told everyone. I mean, he made himself present pretty quickly. Sentries weren't very necessary because of that. Can Orochimaru steal the body of an Edo
Wait, what
Tensei?
what does Sasuke have to do with this shit?
Yeah.
Like,
Can
what does
Orochimaru steal
Sasuke
the
have to
body
do
of
with
an
this? We're talking about Raikage.
yeah of an Edo Tensei? I would say I would deduce that it's unlikely because he would have tried that while he was dying if that were the case. If Orochimaru could have stole the body of an Edo Tensei and he was aware of that, he would have probably resurrected like a Edo Tensei like Shishui or something like that, or an Uchiha or a body that he thought would be of note that he can control. It'd make it much easier than having to
Oh
steal someone's body
yeah,
that's alive. So I'd probably say no. More than likely he
no, he
can't.
would have done he would have done it to Itachi. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
he could have done it to Itachi. You know what I mean? Like, right, like when he was in the war and shit, like he technically could have done it right there and then. You know, if you know, like there was many
many
opportunities where he could do
instances.
it, or
Yeah,
better yet, like Fugaku, he could do it to Fugaku. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like there's many people he could have tried to do that with, and there was other MS users, and their graves were there in Konoha, yet he
yeah,
doesn't bring
exactly.
them back and try to, you know what I
So it
mean? Like,
seems
so yeah,
unlikely,
no, I think it's
inductively.
unlikely he could do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's see.
but
But yeah, folks, before asking any questions, we've been at it for. We're gonna give people 30 minutes. If not, fuck it, we'll do a regular stream. You
oh,
guys, it would just be
that's
it.
another thing too.
Yeah,
People are like, oh, he's over at Minato, blah blah. Yeah, you tell me if Minato would lose to fucking Kinningen.
yeah, exactly.
Instead, he'd
That's
hit that motherfucker with he would seal him, because that's the thing. He
immediately.
at least has in his arsenal something that he can do. Even if he couldn't even damage V2 form, he could at least seal him and deal with him, right? He
Yeah,
can seal him, or better yet, arguably has AP to hurt him because he could fight the full Nine Tails as a teenager.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
so
Uh,
what the fuck is just a portion amount of Nine Tails chakra gonna do towards him? You know, like
yeah, Minato.
that's light work. You know,
Yeah,
so
for
like,
someone like Minato's
yeah.
caliber, it's light work. If Zetsu didn't tell everyone if
No,
Sasuke was there, then
like that's like Obito losing to Kin again. You think Obito's gonna lose to Kin again? Fuck no.
no, absolutely not.
Like,
If Zetsu
you
didn't tell
know,
everyone if Sasuke was there, then Sasuke could have sneak attacked on Danzo. I mean, theoretically, it could have tried. The Raikage probably would have intercepted him, but um, Danzo's not faster than Sasuke anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Not five Kage summon Sasuke.
like so first he wouldn't be able to sneak attack him because literally again, like I don't know if you missed it, but Donzo dealt with ambush surprise attacks like from the get go when he's going to the Kage summit. A whole platoon of like fucking Ambu ninja try to assassinate him,
Yeah,
and he detected their presence along with his henchmen and then dealt with them. Like again, consistency wise, ninja can detect danger. Even if you're a non-sensory type, you have the ability to detect danger. It's shown several times in Naruto.
yeah, yeah.
It's shown in
Historically,
the
it's shown.
work. It's shown all the time. I mean, like
Let's see, could Shishui solo the Akatsuki's? No, he'd get slapped up. I'd see him probably getting past Hidan, possibly Kakazu. Nothing further than that.
yeah, he could get past Kagzu, hit on. You know, when it gets to certain other levels, that's where it's questionable.
Yeah,
But
he just didn't have enough empirically. I do deduce he's above Danzo, especially if he were bloodless. That's just not his character. But someone of Sasori's caliber per se, no, he wouldn't be able to defeat more than likely. Maybe if he was able to reach his prime. Yeah. All I'm saying is Kakashi's omnipotent, Sasuke's stronger than him. That's facts, bro. Kakashi is omnipotent. It's facts. All right, folks. We've been at it for. I won't mean until stops. Facts. That's facts. That
oh,
is
that was
facts.
another excuse they'd use too, Jay, is like, "Oh, but he was fatigued on the second time he fought when he died." It's like, bitch, you have fucking remember those Jonin, like the Jonin that had no chakra that were fatigued and they were able to still fight the Sound 4 and they forced them to go into CM2 to Sage mode, bro. And they could still fight, you know what I mean? And they did
Facts.
pretty fucking good, you know?
Yeah.
Like so like like all because you're low on chakra doesn't mean oh you're just fucked, you know? Like could it screw you over against like a really high caliber like opponent? Sure, right? Like if like you know like how Pain and Tachi's contentious whatever, right? You know whatever. Like let's say one of them's like fucking super nerfed and they're fighting him. Yeah, like that's a problem. But if you're talking about like where you know you're pretty much over, right? Like drastically, that wouldn't be an issue because that's what's in question. People are like, "Oh, Tobirama is just so much more powerful. He's fatigued, whatever, and therefore that's why." It's like, no, that's not how it works. Like, even if you're that strong, you could still deal with that level of a threat even while fatigued. You
Yeah.
know,
More
like
than
you have
likely,
Pain
yeah.
as an example. Like, look what Pain did while he's fatigued and whatnot. You know, like so again, like there's no excuse, bro. Like
Yeah, exactly.
there's
It's
literally none. Like
That's a
you
poor
have
reputation.
ninja that are still able to perform while low on chakra. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just shit.
What
You know,
ceiling can
you have
Minato do?
plenty of examples. You have Naruto, you have Sasuke. You know,
Yeah, Minato is
so
proficient in Funjutsu because of Kushina's heritage. He got great information from the Uzumaki clan, so he's proficient in Funjutsu and Sealing Jutsu. He's very, very skillful in it. We see, I mean,
yeah,
a
it's
prime
literally stated
example.
verbatim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a prime
it's
example
stated
of it.
verbatim
So
that he like knows sealing jutsu. He was taught
yeah,
from Kushina. Yeah,
exactly. There's
like
like,
he worked with the clan. Blah blah. Like there's yeah.
by the way, folks, if you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated. We're gonna give another people another 10 minutes. Then this will just be a regular stream. I'll probably change the title and stuff. But well, I'm not gonna restart the stream. There's some goats in here, so we'll just keep it at it here. It's a cool thumbnail anyway that we have, so I'll keep that. And it's true. Minato does beat Tobirama, and clearly no one wants to prove us wrong on that. But yeah, folks, any questions at all? We do reactions as well. Shout out to the couple of people that have donated in the past for some reactions. Again, very fair rate, dollar per minute. We'll react to anything really, as long as it's not stupid. If you want special requests, obviously it'll be a little more than that. Like if you want us to roast or debunk or something, um, then yeah. But yeah, well, we do reactions. Super chats are appreciated. So just so you guys know. Um, see, but yeah, any questions at all, folks? Feel free. Anything at all. Can be about this topic, Naruto topic, other animes. Um, you should confirm the why would I try to change your mind on the truth? Hey, bro, that's facts. Hey, shout out to Sage, bro. Shout out to the great. That's facts, bro. That's why no one's calling in, because this is the truth. Exactly. And don't worry, I know we haven't got to debate again, but I'll work on that. Trying to work on clearing up the schedule so we can debate some interesting topics for the people as well. Me and Batman have just been cooking up content lately, trying to be more consistent this year. Where do you guys scale Gojo? Gojo, I would probably say city level. Perhaps based on his altercation with Sukuna off the top of my head, around city level or so. To put him anything beyond that would be a stretch in my estimation of what he's capable of. So you're good, brother. Just let me know. Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope you're doing well, brother. You too, brother. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Sage, the goat. Check out his channel. I'm sure you guys already know who he is, but if you don't, check out his channel. He has some goated stuff. Him and Virtue and all those guys are goats. So check them out.
Yeah, I'll add like one more thing too. Like that's also not taking the data books into consideration too, where Minato is more superior. Like
Yeah,
it's
facts.
stated flat out right that he's the fastest. Like he's
Yeah,
fastest even compared to Tobirama and whatnot.
exactly.
And then you even have the data book with Hiruzen where it says Hiruzen surpassed him and so on and so forth, you know, and then it even like shows a feat of him like fucking up the divine tree and able to perform a speed feat and save Naruto while Tobirama couldn't, you know.
Facts.
Like it's just the data books heavily favor
It's heavily
them in comparison
implied.
to Tobirama too.
Yeah, heavily implied, heavily insinuated. The lore, the statements by Tobirama himself, the data books, the empirical evidence, their histories, their
Yeah.
careers, the
It
shinobi.
even says Minato upgraded the Flying Raijin and surpassed Tobirama in that too.
Yeah, he's
Like
a,
that's
he's an
also stated outright in the data
yeah.
books.
He
Like he upgraded like which we see consistency of that. Like Orochimaru
improved
surpasses
upon.
Tobirama and Edo
Yeah,
Tensei and upgrades it.
yeah,
Minato does the same with Flying Raijin and is better than like everybody's just surpassing him in it. Like
exactly. Yeah,
you
it's
know.
heavily insinuated. It's heavily displayed. It's not really a question. But you know, in fictional based reality, there'll always be, there's always going to be factions due to whatever appeal to them, emotional appeal, appeal to authority, appeal to populum. There's so many fallacies that heavily cloud the judgments of many. Have you seen Has Been Hotel? Where do you scale both the Radio Demon? I actually haven't, but I've seen that it's popular. I haven't seen Has Been Hotel. I know of it, but I don't know anything about it. Minato couldn't say the Naruto too
It's
from the
a
God
it's a
trees.
supernatural singing type
Yeah,
show.
I've like scrolled
Like it
past it, but
has
I've never
some
watched it.
type of scaling elements, but it's not. Yeah, it's not like what you would think like anime or anything like. It's more of just for like singing, entertainment, and comedy. So
Right, yeah. Minato couldn't save Naruto from the God tree, so Minato was dazed the majority of the war arc after he saw
yeah, no.
Obito.
The reason why is because the divine tree absorbed his chakra. He was already
Yeah.
nerfed, and it was stated verbatim. He had
Nerfed
literally
physically
explains
and
why
mentally.
he couldn't
Yeah,
save Naruto. He was so nerfed in chakra that literally he said he couldn't even use flying Raijin. That's how
yeah,
you know he had no fucking chakra.
exactly.
So it was actually stated why he couldn't, while Tobirama did not get hit by it. Because remember, the divine trees only went after people with the most chakra first. It went
Yeah,
after Killer Bee, went after Naruto, and it went after Minato. Okay, so and chakra is power too, and so that's why Minato got affected and whatnot. And then basically, then it just went from there. And Tobirama, he couldn't do shit. He tried his jutsu activation, which typically is faster than your physical speed. Couldn't save Naruto, and he doesn't stay. Oh, I can use my combat speed and save him. He doesn't do nothing. He's like, oh, like he just doesn't know what to fucking do,
yeah.
And
By the
then
way,
that's when you see Hiruzen come through, uses
yeah.
his physical speed and saves him.
Peter fan, feel free to call in because you're typing in here. I mean, you could still, type, no worries. But if you want to really challenge, just call in. Gojo versus Itachi. So here's the thing. I saw a great video by Six. I think Bubbles on it was Itachi versus Aizen, and I agree with them when it comes to how the Tsukuyomi would affect non-Naruto verse combatants. They don't have chakra networks, and that's what Genjutsu attacks. That's the semantical definition of what a Genjutsu is. So I would say Genjutsu perhaps wouldn't be effective against someone that's not in part of the Naruto verse. However, physically he's obviously far superior to Gojo. Physical prowess, he's far superior. Gojo obviously has infinity. So it would honestly come down to a battle of attrition. Could Gojo outlast Itachi? He does have a tremendous amount of cursed energy, and it's stated that he uses minimal amounts of it to where he's able to fight for a very long time. And additionally, he's able to almost borderline passively uphold the infinity defense. Now, we don't know how someone of Itachi's speed would interact with Infinity, but if we use this, semantics, he would never be able to hit Gojo as long as those defenses are up. I'll
Like
simply
Jay,
say,
possibly his Totsuka blade could fuck him up too.
yeah, Totsuka Blade. That's
Though,
interesting
like, cause
interaction.
it's a
Yeah,
spiritual weapon. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
maybe it could somehow go through. Cause
yeah.
like
It's
remember
it's
Toji's like weapon, how that went through
yeah,
somehow. Uh,
it's an interesting interaction for sure. We do know that there are things that can we do know that it's possible that you can bypass with proper hacks, you can bypass infinity and actually infiltrate the space that Gojo is in. So you're bypassing that infinite defense, if that makes sense. I mean visually, and you're inside the actual space that Gojo is in, right? We saw that with Sukuna and Maharaga, right? So it's possible perhaps the Tosca Blade would have that kind of effect. It is physically possible. Now, we'd have to presuppose certain things to argue either or. Um, Itachi beats Gojuman just using Izanagi. That's a good argument. You could just say perhaps he thinks he killed Itachi, turns off Infinity, and then he gets
yeah,
one
he
shotted.
drops his guard
Yeah,
and
there are
he turns out
instances of
he gets
that.
fucking one shot. Yeah,
Yeah, there are
like that.
instances where he
That's
does
the
drop
worst
it.
case scenario. Like
Yeah.
if he can't do anything, he could do that. Yeah.
Here's the thing, like for a majority of the fight, he wouldn't be able to touch Itachi. Itachi's just far physically faster. Itachi would have to be so withered, like fucking. I mean, we saw what he was capable of, even like dying and shitting blood. I mean, he sealed Orochimaru in his Sani Plus form, in his strongest form, and that's him shitting blood. So Itachi would basically have to die from exhaustion to lose to Gojo.
No
There's nothing.
chakra, mind you,
Yeah,
no
no
chakra.
chakra, pretty much.
But yet Tobirama couldn't beat Ken again when he's fatigued, but he has way more chakra. This
Yeah,
motherfucker blind, no chakra, shit in blood. Yeah, he can beat a Sonic Plus opponent. Which
exactly.
again, that just goes to show you when you're blatantly over that much, like it doesn't matter if you have no
Fatigue is
fucking chakra.
yeah,
You're just gonna outright
it's
beat
minimal.
them, right? So
Yeah.
again, that's further confirmation that Tobirama was he's just trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Let's see. Minato, even while mentally nerfed, is being massively boosted by KCM too. Then you just argue the speed is relative, even if Minato has the edge and Tobirama has the advantage. Itachi uses Amaterasu, which can spot on Gojo, GG's. Theoretically, that's possible. It's another good argument. Yeah, it's another good argument. If you use the argument that what we do know is that there is the theoretical possibility that you can bypass infinity with special hacks, and you could argue that an ability such as Amaterasu, which is stated to be able to be directed by the user that onto the target they want it to be on, then you could argue yes that Amaterasu would actually hit Gojo, and the Amaterasu would essentially just be summoned inside the space that infinity is encompassing. Right, so that's a good argument as well. I was thinking he's Nami, but that works as
Yeah, like
well. And if
overall, like even if Itachi can't hurt him, like even if he can't hurt him or do nothing, like at the end of the day, like what the fuck does Gojo do if a Mataratsu hits him though? You know what I mean? Like it's
he's
just gonna
cooked,
sit there forever. Like it
yeah,
can't burn out.
that's a good argument actually.
Yeah,
That's a good
like
argument.
eventually he has to turn off his infinity.
Forgot about
Honestly,
that.
that's a W right
It's a
there. Like
W.
he launches
W.
the Amaterasu. Yeah, it can't hit him, but it's just gonna be there. It'll
Never
never, and so
extinguished.
eventually he'll have to turn it
Yeah,
off, and it will hit him, and he's dead.
that's a good
Yeah.
argument. Yeah, what it could do
So
is
honestly,
he would
a
summon it.
Mataratsu W.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could, yeah, exactly. What would happen is
Yeah.
he would summon on, let's say it can't go within the space and it's just on like the infinity defense, if that makes sense. It would just keep burning until he runs out of curse energy and it would just kill him. That's a good argument too.
Yeah.
Um,
It just keep
but
burning. It'll burn in that like infinity
eternally.
space forever. Like
Yeah, forever.
it's literally infinite. It's an infinite burn. Yeah. Like
Yeah. And then eventually he would run
so
out.
eventually
So,
Gojo's gonna have to give out, which that's more taxing. That's more
yeah.
taxing on Gojo because Itachi don't have to do that. He could just
He
casually
leaves
just
it.
move around, do whatever. And
Yeah.
then like even if Gojo tries to do like that expansion shit, Itachi could easily fucking have a clone there the whole time. He doesn't because he doesn't, he's smart. He's calculated.
Yeah, he's
He's not
calculated
gonna
now.
put his real life version there if he doesn't know what to expect from this guy, right?
Right.
So he's
Yeah.
very calculated. He'll be smart. Like so overall, like that's all you have to do. One Mataratsu, and eventually he'll get tired, which Itachi's super intelligent. He'll be able to analyze that takes, some type of energy to use, right? It affects his stamina. And
Yeah.
then he'll just wait, right? And then bam, Mataratsu killed him.
Yeah, to be fair, it
So
could move the flames away with
that's
blue
one
and
way to do
purple
it.
or teleport away. Theoretically, yeah. All in all, it's more than likely, probability wise, that Itachi wins, just due to far superior physical prowess and very, very interesting one hacks abilities that could theoretically still hit Gojo. Um, so I would lean towards Itachi.
Well, I
Gojo's
don't think
only,
he'd be able to do purple or blue or any of that though. Like I don't think
yeah,
he could be able to use that to get it off because that's a blast radius effect. Like he's gonna have to shoot. He does that, it blows everything up right there and then. And yeah, he won't get hit by the explosion because of infinity, but like, would that necessarily vanquish the fire? I don't know. Like, if
yeah.
anything, it probably just disperse it like all around,
It's a
But
weird, yeah, it'd be a weird
like
interaction.
overall,
So
like, yeah,
yeah, it'd be a weird interaction.
it is weird, but like, what we at least do know guaranteed is if he shoots the fire on him, it's gonna be there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's
Like,
cooked.
whether he likes it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
he'd be cooked, and
yeah.
more than likely Itachi wins. Whatever win con you want to sum up, it's more than likely he would win, just due to being a superior
Izanagi is
being.
the worst case scenario.
Worst
Izanagi. That's
case,
the worst
yeah,
case scenario.
worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he does have very special one-shot abilities, of course. So obviously the Yotamir as well. So I mean, not that he would really need it. It's not like
Oh, that
Gojo
was
could hit him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would reflect any of the purples or
purple,
yeah.
blue, yeah, all that shit would get reflected. Um, but yeah, that's definitely a good matchup. He can move things and manipulate them with blue and red. He moves and throws a pin with it, but he has no counter to anything else. Yeah. But yeah, that's an interesting matchup. And matchups like that are certainly interesting. Aizen versus Itachi.
Yomi could
Uh,
low key be could also be a W2, depending on how like energies are and whatnot, like whether if it's the same as Chalker and whatnot. Like if it is, then if he
oh
looks
yeah,
in
he'd
his
be
fucking eyes,
if it
he's
works,
done.
he's cooked.
He's
Yeah, he'd be
fucked.
cooked. Yeah.
You know. If it
So
works, he's absolutely so there's
yeah,
that too,
he would
like
be
while he doesn't have to
defeated
worry about
immediately.
Gojo's eyes, while Gojo has to worry about him. He wouldn't know that either, so he's just
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah. So
So
matchups like that are interesting. Aizen versus Itachi, Aizen versus Gojo, Itachi versus Aizen. Because of all the hacks
yeah.
combinations that they possess. It almost makes it interesting just because of the hacks they do possess. So But something like Gojo versus Goku, it's the reason why those are even a conversations again is because of the hacks that Gojo has, Infinity. So, but yeah, folks, any questions at all, reactions, feel free. You know, did you see the Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! Death Battle? I need to see that. I didn't even know that was released. I need to check that out. Definitely gotta check that out.
Right.
That's an interesting concept, I won't lie. Yeah, folks, any questions at all, feel free. Anything at all. Anime, sports, IRL, politics, conspiracies, whatever. We talk about it all. Try to stay versatile for you folks out here. So,
Yes, sir.
oh, someone has their
Yeah,
hand
but
up.
like low key though. Oh, okay, there we go.
Let's see. Someone called in,
You'll
folks.
be banned if you do anything or say anything stupid. By the way, too. Just an
Yeah,
FYI.
yeah. FYI,
Keep
yeah.
it
That's
PG.
going once, going twice.
Yeah, but overall, like again, guys, like just narratively, for what we see, what we know, it don't look good for the guy, man. It really don't.
Yeah,
But he
yo.
is a badass though. I do love him. I mean, he got aura, he has drip, you know, casually above Sonic. That's a it's a big deal. It's pretty
There's someone
impressive.
in here. Yo,
Oh, hello.
what's going on?
Yeah, how are you, man?
Doing good. How's it going?
Very good, very good. I just want to say that just before we debate, I'm not really a good debater myself. So I just have,
No worries.
yeah, so for my opinion, I think uh, Tobirama and Minato, they kind of like relative to each other.
Okay,
Because
why do you think that is?
um, well, because I heard a lot of people saying that Minato might be faster than Tobirama,
What was that?
but
Yeah, it's just blatantly
I watched
contradicted
some meme.
in the battlefield. Minato gets there first, like drastically gets there first. And that's
Yes,
just
yeah. But in the anime, I saw that Hashirama also arrived late. So does that
yeah.
mean
It's that's insane.
does
It's
that mean
even more insane. Like
Hashirama?
he's faster than
I would
fucking
just
Hashirama and
say
Yeah,
Madara,
to
like
rationalize
just
that.
in their like physical stats. You know?
Yeah, you can rationalize that he's not using Sage mode either, so he's not like at his peak speed in either way. So
Exactly. Yeah, if he was
yeah,
using like his wood style or
yeah,
sage
'cause I'm,
mode, then that's obviously what makes
he he
that's
probably
why
get there
Madara
first.
doesn't like he doesn't ever say like oh Minato like he's a strong whatever but no he still thinks Hashirama is the only one because obviously it'd either be sage mode or wood style you know what I mean right
Yeah,
but again that's still extremely
yeah,
impressive and insane because Madara and Hashirama are obviously superior than Tobirama and when Tobirama uses flying Raijin and then tries to use his physical speed to fight Madara he can't do shit. You know what
nothing.
I mean? He can't do
Yeah,
shit to Hashirama. He can't
yeah,
do shit to Madara. So again, so he wouldn't be able to do anything to Minato, like because the speed discrepancy, and we
uh,
see that by him getting to the battlefield, having a whole conversation, fighting the Ten Tails, the whole nine, and then they finally get there. While Tobirama's like, "You're faster than me," just admits inferiority, and then Hiruzen substantiates that and is like you're ridiculous, Minato. Like you're just as fast as ever. Like so like
yeah,
again, like it's just he's always shown to be superior in every metric by feats, the data books, like even
lore.
narratively, like
Yeah,
Obito dies by fighting the Nine Tails and Obito. Like Tobirama dies by a V2 fucking kin cloak. Like, come on, bro. Like, like
yeah.
it's like I don't know. It just doesn't seem close to me. I don't think I think Minato's part of that high Kage level scaling while Tobirama is like, he's in the middle, right? He's above the Sonic. He's at least mid Kage. He's probably around the Sonic plus form area. That's probably exactly where he's at, or maybe even above that. But that's nothing to people like Itachi and Minato. Again,
yeah,
you have Itachi who, like, on his fucking deathbed with no chakra, just casually shitted on Orochimaru. I think there's a very big gap between those levels of power, and that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So
Do you have anything to that?
Yeah. So yeah. So one of my friends actually asked me a good question. He said that
Okay.
during when Tobirama when he was revived at the end, um Tobirama like releases his child, caused Shigetsu to be like frightened and scared, and then Shigetsu like, literally like fought against Killer Bee in his eight-tail form and wasn't even scared at all. So I think that at least Tobirama is at least on Killer Bee, eight-tail in tower, while Minato is stated to be on like KTM one Naruto level. I mean, what do you think?
So
So it
there's a
gets.
couple things incorrect. I'll just say this real quick, and then you can respond to that, Jay.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying this real quick. That's not correct. Looking back on the Eight Tails Taka team, the entire team were shitting themselves when he went to Eight Tails. First off, they were all shitting themselves. Sugetsu eventually does try to fight and let them escape, but they all were freaking out by how much chakra he had. Blah blah. Like it was very emphasized. Two, what's it called? The scene that you're talking about with all the Okages being together, Zagetsu, that was a comical, like a comedy type of. If you actually go to the anime and watch, like it's literally he's literally like, oh my god, things are getting really tense. You know, it's like it's a comedy atmosphere. It's not him actually being super serious or whatever, whatnot, and things like that. Like that wasn't the case at all. Like when it gets serious, when it actually gets serious, is when like Tobirama lifts his finger up and he's like, oh, I'm gonna fight you. And then Hashirama does his chakra and he's like, Tobirama, stand down. That's an actual serious moment. Like there's differences between the atmosphere or context of like what's going on between the characters.
Yeah.
What he's talking about, Jay, is when Sagetsu is like sweating, and he's like, you know, because of like the power and whatnot and things, you know, when Tobirama does like his little flex.
Oh, I see.
Um,
Okay. Okay. I
that's
see what
what
you're
he's
saying.
referring to. And then he was talking about like Team Taka against yeah, then he was talking about Team Taka against Killer Bee with the eight tails and whatnot. But that and also that doesn't make sense either because the Raikage was above the eight tails and he was inferior to Casey and Naruto. So like that doesn't make sense either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Raikage can't be stronger than the Eight
yeah,
Tails, but then be weaker than Naruto. But then, yet you say Minato is KCM one level when like overall that just doesn't make sense. Like you're
Basic.
basically trying to advocate the Eight Tails is
um,
above KCM one Naruto when the Raikage was above that and KCM Naruto was above that, right? That
Yeah.
doesn't follow.
So
So that's just what
yeah.
Soigetsu.
he.
Soigetsu
Well,
reacting differently to both doesn't negate the fact that he got obliterated. Like the all Team Talk got obliterated by Killer Bee holding back spitting raps. So it doesn't like imply
yeah,
relativity
What do you,
nearly between Soigetsu and a Killer Bee that's literally
that was
writing
base,
raps.
remind you, not even
Yeah.
full Eight Tails,
He did that
base.
at the very end, yeah, and
Like
he blew Suigetsu away and almost killed him. But yeah, I
yeah,
think that
instantly.
there's
Yeah,
nothing
instantly.
empirically really to at least imply that Toriyama is even relative to Minato, let alone
yeah,
superior. Again, Minato has better feats empirically, historically.
No,
He's literally admitted to be superior in body flicker, which is
narratively.
one of the best indicators of physical reaction speed by Toriyama himself after arriving far later than Minato did. It's just very implied, both I would say rhetorically by even Tobirama and empirically as well by their performances against the people they faced. Again, Minato faced against Obito, who the whole world thought was Madara,
Yeah.
very well and beat him, while conversely on two
Yep.
separate occasions Tobirama lost to
Yep.
King, who
Child
performed
of
very poor.
prophecy was literally
Uh,
labeled the child of prophecy,
he performed very
like
badly, and they
gifted, a
looked yeah
genius. You know,
they
like
performed very
the
badly in the war.
emphasis and atmosphere of Minato was crazy. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was fucking
Finnegan
crazy.
looked very poor
Yeah.
as far as if you're comparing him to someone of Minato's caliber, they looked far inferior to him based off their performance as Edos, where they were struggling
Yep.
with the
He's
likes
fighting
of
Darui. He's fighting Team
Darui.
Asuma.
Yeah, Team Asuma was like doing damage to them in V2, Choji specifically.
Yeah,
Just
Choji's dad and
uh,
Choji are like brawling with the V2.
yeah,
Yeah,
very poor
like,
performances,
like
indicating
come on.
inferiority. So yeah.
I mean, um, the reason why the Ninja Alliance was able to beat King Kaku is because they have the dealing jar.
What was that?
It's not because of the ceiling jar. Because if that's what Tobirama lost by, he wouldn't have been able to be resurrected as a Tensei. If you get sealed, by the single equipment, you can't be brought back as an. That's why the Hokages, they couldn't be brought back either, because they had to release the regular death seal and so on and so forth. So like there's no way
the
that
reason
was the reason why.
What are you gonna say?
I'm just saying, like there's a hole in your argument. If you're trying to say like, oh, the ceiling is why he defeated Tobirama, there's no way it's the ceiling, because he wouldn't have been able to be resurrected. That's not how Edo Tensei works.
sorry, that's not what I mean. I mean the reason why Shikamaru and Tanahui was able to beat Inkaku is because they have the stealing urge, which
Yeah, they
Tobirama didn't
sealed it.
have.
Yeah, but
Yes,
see
that's the
that,
reason.
but that's not. But that's
And
yeah, but see, but the point being what Jay is saying though is they still had the speed to deal with
Yeah,
that.
the
They
physical
had the speed to
prowess.
react physically, combat
Yeah.
it. Yeah, like they had the physical prowess. Like that alone, like what, like me and Jay are not saying Tobirama's slower than Kin or these characters. No,
No,
these
no,
characters
definitely
don't
not.
even. They're not even stronger than a fucking base Sonic. We're not saying that. The point being said is Tobirama lost to Kin again because he clearly couldn't kill him, right? He didn't have hacks to deal with them. He didn't have AP to deal with them. If he did, he wouldn't have lost twice. Okay.
Yeah, multiple occasions.
That's the problem. Like overall, he still lost to Kin again at the end of the day. Like I'll give another example, like Rock Lee to Gaara. Rock Lee was way faster, right? He was way faster than Gaara, but Gaara could tank all his attacks. He didn't have the AP to beat Gaara. He didn't have the AP. While Sasuke has a fucking Shidori and also similar speed or whatever, and just went right through, right? It's so again, like, yeah, I understand like why the cause and effect, but he's still lost at the end of the day.
Yeah.
While Minato has the Rising Gun, which can fight a skill upon the full Nine Tails, and has Ceiling on top of it. So he would not have died to Kinningen. Like that's the point being said. It's like Tobirama, like you can't have him over Minato when he can't even beat someone that Minato could effortlessly beat. That's the issue.
Yeah, it's a large gap in ability. Yeah. Do you have anything else?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
your
Like
opinion.
what I'll give Tobirama, like the last thing I'll say, I'll give Tobirama this bare minimum, and Jay agrees too. His best scaling is his flying Raijin, his space-time ninjutsu. Like that shit is no joke, right? He's able to like set up attacks against Jubito with it, you know, the whole nine, and he can avoid and dodge attacks. But that's the flying Raijin, right? That's not his physical speed though. That's the space-time teleportation.
The hacks itself,
and the same applies for Minato. I mean, that's the only thing that Tobirama has is the hacks itself. The only thing he has that actually is crazy fast is flying Raijin. Other than that, his physicals are fucking ass from what we've seen, right? It's only above the Sonic at least. And other than that, like he's not on the same level of Madara and Hashirama, you know, while Minato just has better performances and feats.
Empirically, yeah. But what were you gonna say before?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that what do you think how powerful is King in your opinion? Like what level are they on?
Kinningen. I would say they're obviously
low Kage level.
Yeah,
low
at best,
the
best or low Kage level. You know, as Edo Tensei's, they were able to hold their own against Darui and Team Asuma and others that were present in the alliance.
And they were close to their original power too. We know that too.
Nearly, yeah.
We know like they would be
with infinite chakra.
Alive.
Yeah. So they're definitely not weak.
I mean, the reason why
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why Darui won in the first place because of plot armor, because he was about to get sealed, and then
no, it wasn't plot armor. He had the feats. No. It's not plot armor. No, he had the feats. He's dodging V2. Like he's dodging V2 attacks. That's very impressive. Like
there's
just
multiple.
Yeah, like that's pretty damn.
It definitely wasn't.
You gotta give credit when due.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't a Nagato versus. This definitely wasn't a Nagato versus Itachi B and Naruto like scenario. This was Kinningen being physically competed against, especially after the first one was sealed. I don't know whether it was Kinningen. The other one in their V2 form, in their V2 form with infinite chakra, so there's no fatigue setting in, and they were being physically competed with against Now, I'm not saying Ken and Gin are weak, but for that to be the case with Infinite Chakra and them both being together with the sealing tool that they had and they still lost, it shows their low caliber as far as intelligence especially. And again, Tobirama wasn't able to defeat them on two separate occasions, even with the Reikage's help in the first occasion. This shows that his
Yeah.
caliber more than likely is below some
With
of the Minato's.
Hokage and the Raikage's help.
Yeah, so they're not weak,
No,
but
no,
they're
I'm not.
yeah.
No, what I'm trying to say is that Daru would have lost if he didn't switch his most said word and his second most said word before he was sealed.
I mean, that doesn't really negate the
No,
poor performance
You know what I
Kinnigan
mean?
Me and
had,
Jay are
though.
not. We're not. We're not. Yeah, it doesn't negate what we're getting at. Yeah, we're not denying that they would have lost if they didn't have the ceiling. Yes, they all would have died if they didn't have the ceiling. The point being said that Jay made, which is
Yeah.
another very important, great point, is again just narratively the story emphasis, the work of it. Like, there's a big difference. Like when we see Naruto versus Itachi and Nagato, it's blatantly emphasized. Oh, this is a big deal battle. Like, these are the big boys, right? And then it shows Team Asuma, right? Shikamaru, Ino, Choji, fucking Choji's dad and shit and whatnot, Darui, like people that are like Kakashi level, right? You know what I mean? Like guy level at that point and whatnot, like low Kage individuals. They're over here combating Kin and Gin. It is
Hitting
a
them. Yeah, hitting them.
whole is like the atmosphere is way lower, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like hitting them, responding to them,
competitive. It's
fighting them,
competitive.
whatever the whole nine. Like,
Yeah.
and mind you, Naruto versus Itachi and Nagato,
Was
you know,
not
with Killer
competitive.
B, they're having like a high Kage level battle, like
Yeah.
you know, like that was actually a crazy battle. And mind you, right, Kage just fought that Naruto not too long ago, so he's fucking strong too. You know what I mean? Like again, you're talking like there's two different power gaps here, right? Like it was extremely emphasized narratively. Like who were the big boys? Like again, the way you had the Itachi shit, right? Then you had like the shit going on with Asuma's team and whatnot, which was like not a big deal. Then you had the next level, which is like Obito against Naruto and Killer B. Like you have all that shit going on. And then the next level was Madara coming into it. Like it had different power cliffs throughout the war. You had the Kin and Gin stuff, which is the first level. Well, actually, let me retract that. You had the Zabuza with the swordsman, right? That was the first level. Okay. Then you have Kin and Gin, right? Then you have Itachi, Nagato, and Naruto and Killer B. Then it's Obito and Killer B and Naruto, which is like a similar playing field of power. Then you had the Madara shit. You know what I mean? So like it kept going on to where you're getting to bigger power territories.
Basically, yeah.
And like the
Basically,
data books, shows that, etc.
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, a plot armor argument
Yeah.
where you would have a good argument for that would be, for example, Nagato resurrecting the entire leaf after destroying it. That was due to Talk no Jutsu. That's certainly plot armor. While conversely, Kinnigan are simply just
Yep.
very unintelligent and lost by their own weapons that they're familiar with, just due to their low IQ. Not to say that, and they were, again, physically
Yep.
competed with. Now, again, if they had an altercation and it went the way Naruto and B versus Itachi and Nagato did, then you would have an argument that Kin again got maybe plot armored, for example. Like, again, I'll even argue Itachi using just happening to happen to have that fucking crow with the fucking, Kodo. Like, okay, that was the only way they were going to beat fucking Nagato and Itachi. That's fine. But here in this case, it's
Yeah.
not, it's not equivalent because they simply are very unintelligent, lost by their own hand. Basically, they were very familiar with this tool, and they were competed with physically. Not Naruto and B were getting their asses beat before Itachi just happened to have that crow
Yeah.
at his disposal.
Yeah.
So it's not
Like there
plot
was
armor.
relativity at least. There was
Yeah,
relativity. Like it's still impressive for Naruto and Killer B. Like there
yeah,
was at least some relativity because remember, like Kabuto did order them as Edo Tenseis to go all out, right? And they were combating to a degree. But
yeah.
then like the moment they start using their powers and shit, like
Hacks. Yeah,
Itachi's using the MS or Nagato's, they just got shitted on. Yeah, they
yeah.
just got
It wasn't
fucking
competitive.
no diffed, shitted
Yeah,
on. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't even competitive. So like again, like so Naruto and Killer Bee, even they are still pretty damn impressive too. You know what I mean? Which and it makes sense because when you analyze what Naruto was able to do, he's able to outspeed the Raikage, who was a threat to Minato, right? He's able to outspeed him, okay, which the Raikage is above Killer Bee and shit, even the Eight Tails, whatever you name it. And then also Naruto does like all his shadow clones, and each fucking shadow clone is Sonic level. Each one. And he does like thousands. Like, So
Yeah.
again, like even Naruto and Killer Bee are no fucking joke, yet they get shitted on by Nagato and Itachi.
Yeah, no,
Like
that
again, like you're
yeah.
talking about power, like that's just crazy, and
There
that's
you
where
have a better
Minato's
plot
at.
armor argument.
Like
Yeah.
he's at that ridiculous level of power. Yeah.
Yeah. But did you have anything else before we? Yeah.
Oh yes. Just one question.
Yeah.
Uh, I saw a lot of people saying that Minato is like stronger than Hashirama. I mean, what do you think of that? Because
I
I
think
think that he's not on Hashirama's level
yeah, I
Ace
think that
Hashirama.
because of the
yeah.
one shot.
Probably,
Yeah, it's
right?
probably the one shot. Probably
Yeah.
the one shot with the Kurama
That
statement. Probably that. Probably again because he got there. He got
saying
to the
that
battlefield
people say that
before. Yeah, what were you saying?
because I'm saying that a lot of people will be saying that teenage Minato is like stronger than Hashirama. I mean, it doesn't
Oh,
make sense, does
No,
it?
not
no, no,
teenager.
no, no. Yeah, no,
Not
no,
Yeah,
no.
teenager.
yeah,
No, Okage.
You have a better argument as Hokage. I
Yeah.
still don't think he's stronger than Hashirama, but yeah, I see why you say that. It's because of the one shot, and Kurama's like, oh, this guy reminds me of
yeah,
Yeah,
Hashirama.
me.
Probably he
yeah.
means that in terms of potential, perhaps, or you know the immense talent he has. That's probably what he
Yeah,
means
potential.
more,
Yeah.
and rather than
Or
actual
Jutsu as
power.
well. Jutsu as well. Like
Yeah,
he could fucking seal. Yeah, he
the
could seal.
ceiling
He also does the
proficiency.
Rasengan Biju Bomb exchange. Like so, like
Yeah.
Jutsu. You know.
It
Yeah.
probably had to do because what happened in that very moment where he says that is he's sealing the Nine Tails in a very complex way at a very young age, and Kurama's like, oh shit, you know, Hashirama used to seal us all away and kind of deal with all the tailed beasts. So
But
maybe,
see,
yeah, he means that more so in that
Jay, that's
Yes.
even
sense.
Okay.
worse for Tobirama because again, Minato's the only one in that spotlight being compared to
Yeah,
Hashirama. Not
exactly. Yeah,
Tobirama,
not Tobirama.
Minato, not
Yeah,
Satine.
Torama's
So
never
again,
compared.
like it don't look good for Tobirama.
Yeah, that's why it's not
Like
close.
it just
But
don't, man.
yeah, but do you have any final
So I'm
things before
saying,
we?
man, like it just don't look good.
Yeah, any final words?
Oh yes. Yes. I saw some people having this argument saying that Tobirama can like um can destroy Hashirama's deity gate, and they're
Yeah,
saying that he's on Hashirama's level. I mean, what do you think of that? Because I think Tobirama is not obviously not stronger than
right.
him.
If he honestly, it may be like there's a lot of context around that scene. It's either the paper tenor bombs that did it, or it was the Ten Tails. Like we don't know definitively. That's the problem.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah, that's
also like a time skip
ridiculous.
moment too.
based
Like yeah,
off.
we don't necessarily
Yeah,
know. But even if yeah,
based off the history of Toriyama, it was more likely
you're
the
good.
Ten Tails. That makes more sense, logically speaking, rather than someone of Toriyama's caliber destroying something
Yeah.
that Hashirama uses. It's theoretically possible, but even if that happened,
Rage mode
the
Hashirama. Come
yeah, the
on.
context matters. It's not like Hashirama was attempting to you know fucking incapacitate Tobirama or anything. That just happened to be the case because of that very moment that was taking place. That doesn't indicate that if they were to battle that he'd be able to perform similar feats. If again Hashirama was like trying to kill him theoretically speaking. So yeah, context matters, like Batman said.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly
Yeah,
context
like,
matters.
and then not only that, even if we granted the AP, like he wouldn't even be fast enough to do that. That's a whole ABC fucking setup process. He has to do the Edo Tensei contract, get a body, fucking do, you know what I mean? Like the whole nine. Like unless it's already available, okay, sure, but he's not landing that on the person. Like like he's just not gonna land it. Like Hashirama's gonna fucking move, except like no one just stands there, right? Like the deity gate
Yeah,
just is there. You know what I mean? Like so that's
Yeah,
another thing you got to equation. Even if that is granted, that how is it gonna hit a moving object, right? So that's the problem.
yeah. So that doesn't really indicate that he's on Hashirama's level. I could see why people would make that argument, but it doesn't.
Or Hashirama having whipped out their ability to like deal with Biju bombs and shit and like fucking the whole nine. Like you think that's gonna get through? You know what I mean? Like through his wood style? No, it's not gonna do shit.
Yeah. But yeah, we do appreciate you coming in. There's other guys with their hands up, but good talk though, bro. Appreciate you
Yeah.
coming in.
yes, yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. All
Yes,
cordial.
thank you
Good
for your time,
conversations,
and
brother.
yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
Much
think
love, bro.
Yep. If you have
Okay.
anything more, just come on back.
Yeah, feel free to come back on.
Yep.
Let's read the chat while we were. Yeah, shout out to that guy. Worst case you can say Sagetsu got mental amped at the end towards Killer B. Probably to save Sasuke. Yeah, it's a good argument. The Sonic would destroy the Gold and Silver Brothers 1v2. Facts.
Yeah, to
Not.
protect this team, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair argument. They were sealed by their own weapons. Remember?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, fact,
Kinnigan.
because they have
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
hacks for it. That's
Yeah,
that's why they have hacks.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This people with their hands up.
Actually, Jay, Orochimaru, he'd be fucked, but if he does like Edo Tensei and summons like Hashirama, then I could see him beating Kin again. Because
Yeah,
Hashirama would do the wood style, you know what I mean, and whatnot. Like that's how I can see Orochimaru dealing with Kin again if they're in V2. Jiraiya would just use his hacks, like he could just fucking sink them in that the mud shit, or he could do a lot of things. He could bring them to like that fucking dimensional barrier shit. You know, there's a lot of ways he could deal with them.
exactly. Yeah,
So
and if he's able to deal with,
they got hacks though. That's why.
yeah, exactly. He got hacks to deal with something, that kind of problem. Realistically, Tobirama would be relative to Minato. Otherwise, the fastest character would be untouchable in Naruto, which we see time and time again not to be the case. I don't think that necessarily follows logically because, simply put, there are people that are relative to Minato. That doesn't Tobirama doesn't have to be relative to Minato
Yeah.
for that latter statement that you
Yeah.
made to be true. We have Obito. We have probably someone KCM or Naruto. We have theoretically the Raikage in his prime,
Yep.
which so that doesn't
Him
necessarily.
as Sasuke.
Yeah, those are mutually exclusive, basically. Um,
Like again, you'll never be able to prove that Tobirama is in that high Kage caliber. That's what's in question. That's the problem. We know objectively, bare minimum, he's above the Sonic, right? But you never will be able to prove that he's at that drastic level of power of someone like Itachi, Minato, you know what I mean, Obito, et cetera, et cetera. Like there's just no evidence for that. That's the
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
Instead, there's
empirically.
counter evidence. He lost to Kin and Gin. Like I don't know what to tell you. Twice with help and without help.
Exactly. By the
Full
way,
power
folks,
and
if
not
you're
full power.
yeah, if you're raising your hand,
Like,
if you're raising your hand, make sure we're doing specifically to change our minds on Minato versus Tobirama. So if that's the case, keep your hand up, and we'll bring you in. By the way, that's what specifically we're talking about in this one.
Oh, and so one more thing. This is actually really good to think about too, Jay. I don't think Tobirama can do I don't think the infinite paper bomb explosion would actually hurt them either. Because if it was strong enough to fucking break through Sage Mundinity Gates, Hashirama, then he definitely would have defeated them in V2. Because
Yeah,
Itachi could beat a V2 with a Mataratsu. Fucking Raikage can beat Eight Tails full transformation with his fucking lightning cloak, which is stronger than V2 cloak armor. You know, like there's all these motherfuckers that have the AP and power or hacks to deal with them, right? But
yeah,
yet Tobirama can't win with infinite explosions. Like I feel like that's more evidence to show that that's the AP is definitely not as strong as you think it is either. Because if it was, he would have won then,
yeah.
at full
Facts.
power especially. Like sure, let's say we get rid of him being a little fatigued or whatever,
Yeah,
But at full power, what's the excuse?
yeah,
What's the
exactly.
excuse?
Didn't Kinnigan also have help? Yeah, in the second
So,
altercation, the Kinnigan unit or whatever. Yeah,
yes, they had help.
and the first one
they
it was
had
just
help in the
them,
second. Yep.
and they
In the first altercation, they just attacked. And then not only that, another thing in character, which there's feats and evidence for this as well, statements and feats. They always want the smoke. They fight very like arrogantly. They're very egotistical. When they saw the Nine Tails, the full power Nine Tails, they charged at him. They didn't plan. They didn't strat. They fucking charged at the guy. You know what I mean? So like they're stupid. They're not smart. They're really fucking stupid.
Yeah, they're very, very poor.
So they basically pulled a Sasuke. Like in the 5K summit, they pulled a Sasuke. They just went there and wanted the fucking smoke and launched surprise attacks,
Tobirama has better combat
they
speed
did.
than Minato. I mean, he's literally slower than Minato at the beginning when they get there. Combat speed and physical speed, that they're not different. Combat speed, sprinting speed.
All entangled. Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
They're
Like
if
travel
someone's
speed, like, and we see that when Shishu uses travel, he's using combat. When Minato does travel speed, he's using combat in the process. When Sasuke is doing body flicker, he's using combat as well. When they're all like Rock Lee and Guy, when they do their travel speed with the gates, they're using combat in the same process. It's all tangled together.
yeah.
So yeah, that's not gonna work.
Do y'all
Same
think
thing with Raikage. Body flicker, when he's doing the lariat or the punch, when he's doing his body flicker teleportation, what is he doing? He's punching while he's moving, right?
yeah.
So they're not They're not
Yeah,
separate.
these
They're all
colloquial
together.
terms like
So that don't
combat
work.
speed, travel speed, like these colloquial terms are just used to try to paint a different picture of how speed operates. Simply put, if someone's fast, they're going to be fast in different metrics: punching speed, running speed, dodging speed.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre to conclude that he's only fast in one aspect. Like it's very strange. That's not the way it works in combat-based anime for the most
Yeah.
part.
And if that was the case, they stated in Naruto as well. It's shown in Naruto. They state that whenever that is the case, it actually is always stated. There's consistency with this. Like one example in the Danzo and Sasuke fight, like they're fighting whatever, things are going, it's not really getting nowhere. Then Sasuke does Susanoo. Danzo flat out says, "Wow, that shit is fucking fast. Like I can't deal with it, right? I'm sure I can't, blah blah." Like
Yeah.
it'll be emphasized whenever like something is drastically faster than the other, which we're comparing the Susanoo to physical stats, right? That's one example. There's many other examples in Naruto. So if that was the case, like let's say travel, right, is what's in question, then why is that never being stated? That's never ever being stated. Oh, when I do travel speed, I must now do this or use my like. None of that's ever said
No.
or stated. Like
Yeah,
that's not the case.
it's strange. Like,
Actually, to the
uh,
opposite, the Raikage statement in the Five Kage Summit, it's actually stated to the opposite, to the contrary, where the fucking Genjutsu specialist guy, he's describing the Raikage when he's using the lightning transmission, and he literally says the Raikage's nerve transmission, along with his physical speed, okay, is on par with the Yellow Flash, whatever, blah blah, you name it. And when he's like teleporting and whatnot, that's basically what's going on. Like all of that is in like with each other. It's literally
yeah.
described whenever he's attacking and using body flip. So again, like we have verbatim statements that even describes the motion of the Raikage and what he's doing and how it all works, and that his reflexes are enhanced, his nerve transmission, all that shit. So like again, like you can't
Uh,
really make that rabbit hole. Like we
yeah,
have the
it's a
evidence to
weird like
debunk that.
attempt to
It's
create a
verbatim statement
narrative.
and it's shown by feats. So
Where's the question? Oh, do y'all
yeah,
think Edos are nerfs generally? Yes, not by much, but the war arc iteration specifically, they are nerfed, but
yes,
not by much.
yeah,
Uh, in terms of peak power, they're
yeah,
nerfed.
no, not by much. Yeah,
Not by much. Toriyama lost because he went at them alone against the group. Toriyama probably didn't use Edo Tensei. Well, that's speculative, which is how he's able to use paper bombs. Minato has better combat speed. Yeah. Like when Kakashi chased Deidara, he decided to increase his speed after already running a long distance. Then he wasn't using his full travel speed. It's that simple. It doesn't
yep,
negate anything we said. Toriyama has better combat speed. He
yeah.
bleached
Like no, when
Jubito.
he's fighting
I'm not
Datara,
gonna debunk that
yeah,
again.
when
I've
he's
debunked that
fighting
many times.
Datara,
He didn't bleach Jubito. He didn't bleach Jubito. It's not correct. He never.
oh the Jubi,
Yeah.
the Jubi, oh,
We've debunked that
yeah,
many times. I'm not gonna go through that
yeah.
again.
But no, like But, yeah, like with the whole Datara shit, like literally what happens is Kakashi's fighting Datara. Datara is using explosions, and then Kakashi's like, okay, in order for me to get somewhere, I'm gonna have to use a battle. This is gonna be a battle of speed. So then he channels his chakra and then like travels super fucking quick. He does like a body flicker moment and goes and he gets past all the explosions. Like that's
Yeah.
all that happens. Like
Also,
so I don't know
Jubito
if they're talking
has
about like ninja
has
use it
a
a certain yeah.
yeah. Jubito is mentally conflicted, and he's literally having a tug of war with the Ten Tails early on before gaining control of it. So that's another reason why he's having strange moments where he's being caught and stuff like
Like,
that. So
you don't even have to entertain that shit because one, you debunk the fuck out of it, and then
yeah,
two,
many
if this
times.
motherfucker was miraculously six path scaling, if he was six path scaling, how the fuck do you lose to Kin and Gin then?
Yeah,
How do you lose to Kin and Gin if you're six path? That doesn't make sense. Twice at
yeah.
full power with help, and then not full power without help. You can't be six paths and lose to Kin and Gin.
I'm talking
That
about
don't make fucking sense.
when Tobirama grabbed the Trusikin orb and gave it back to Jubito.
Like,
Didn't he use Flying Raijin there? Gave it back to Jubito,
he
or what?
uses flying right. Yeah, it's not his physical
Uh,
speed. He
it's
uses
not. Yeah, it
flying
doesn't matter
Raijin,
anyway.
then uses speed and says you can have this back, and then teleports. That doesn't matter. The
Yeah,
only time Tobirama ever gets something going against Jubito is every time when he used flying Raijin. When he does flying Raijin, Naruto in Sage Mode's actually the one landing the blow on Jubito, not
yeah,
Tobirama. Flying Raijin gets him to the blind spot. Naruto uses physical speed and lands the Rasengan.
yeah. Flying
Then
Raijin is
the
not
moment
his.
you just
Yeah,
referenced, he does flying Raijin, and then he grabs the thing, and then flying Raijin's away. Flying Raijin does not scale to Tobirama's physical
Yeah,
speed.
context matters. That's the
That's
problem.
literally shown and it's
Yeah.
debunked.
Context greatly
Yeah.
matters, and that's ignored a lot when it comes to Jubito and Tobirama interactions. Like the paper bomb shit, we
And
debunked that many
also,
times.
the only reason why Jubito got hit by Naruto, he even states it verbatim that he did not expect that to happen and he wasn't protecting his blind spot. The moment he got hit, he immediately put his fucking red chakra behind his back and he was protecting his blind spot. So then when they try to do that again, when it was Naruto in KCM 2 Sage Mode, along with Minato in KCM, when they're in their avatars on top of it, they're like at their max fucking power, they could not fucking hit Jubito with the same exact move. So you're gonna tell me Sage Mode Naruto is stronger than Avatar Sage Mode KCM 2 Fusion Naruto? That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know what I mean? So again, there's context, but you people disregard the context and you don't pay attention. That's the problem.
The context greatly matters. When you explore it deeply, it doesn't negate anything that's been empirically shown throughout the entire narrative. Tobirama said clone is slower than when using Flying Raijin.
Yeah.
How is that relevant if the Flying Raijin is still instant? Doesn't matter. If you don't
Yeah,
count
why
Flying
is-
Thunder God as speed, by that account, Minato isn't that fast either. Yeah. What's going on, Raspberry? How much did I miss? Oh, we had a call-in.
Well, yeah.
We had a call-in. It was a cordial one, though. So shout out to that
no,
guy.
But see, also to respond to that directly, to that weird ass statement, like that's technically not true for Minato because Minato he does Flying Raijin and then uses his physical speed and gets the W, while Tobirama does Flying Raijin, uses his physical speed and cannot get the W. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Obito versus Minato, Minato does Flying Raijin, then does his physical speed and lands the Rasengan. He does Flying Raijin again, and then uses his physical speed and stabs Obito in the fucking stomach, and then does the ceiling shit on him, and just blitzes him. He blitzes him twice when after he does Flying Raijin, and he uses his physical speed. So like again, like that's not true. Like Minato consistency wise is able to use it and use his raw stats to get the W. While Tobirama, he lacks the raw stats, and that's why he sucks. That's the problem.
Again, someone that's not mentally afflicted and having a tug of war with another entity inside of him, that being Madara, he didn't do shit to him. Madara got folded his ass after he Flying Raijin behind him.
And you all are typing this shit, but you ain't pulling up. You ain't pulling up to the fucking thing.
Pull up and say this on. Say it here.
Like,
say it here. What the fuck?
Literally.
He would not have failed. He was out of. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, bro, talk. Let's hear it. Context matters. If we dig into those moments that you guys are referencing, it can be debunked. We debunk pretty much everything.
Like, and it's just it's an inconsistency. Like that would make a fucking plot. That doesn't make sense. It'd be the biggest plot hole in the fucking universe. You can't be 6-pass scaling like 8th gate guy or fucking 6-pass Naruto or Sasuke or Jubito or Jubima. You can't be that level of fucking power, but then lose to fucking a guy that struggles with low Kage individuals. To Shikamaru, Ino, Choji, fucking.
Yeah,
like, what? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, Minato literally did what Tobirama did with Naruto. What do you mean, like get behind him with Flying Raijin? I mean, did he? I don't know.
Yes, like they do the same thing. Like what I was talking about before, where Minato does. They both go into their avatar mode. They both go into it. Minato's in KCM. They're in Avatar. Naruto's in Sage mode, KCM 2 Fusion and Avatar mode. So Naruto's at like his max fucking power. And Sasuke's like shitting himself. He like clenches his fist. He's like, oh my god, like he's just so strong. Like, he's like, what the fuck? You know, he's getting pissed. And then they do Flying Raijin. They teleport behind Jubito. They do the same exact attack that Sage Mode Naruto and Tobirama did, but they couldn't land the attack because Jubito already was prepared for it. He states it verbatim. He even states why he got hit by Sage Mode Naruto when Tobirama did the Flying Raijin, because he wasn't expecting it and he wasn't protecting his blind spot. Yeah. What's it called? Like, it's stated verbatim. And overall, like, I mean, the logic doesn't make sense because that means you're arguing Sage Mode Naruto is stronger than KCM 2 Fusion Sage Mode Naruto Avatar mode. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you gotta stick to...
That makes literally zero fucking sense.
Yeah. Naruto's scaling is inconsistent. I don't know. I wouldn't call it inconsistent. I just think context has to be greatly explored to get to the accurate answer,
It's
especially in the war
context.
arc.
Yes, like
Uh,
that's what you guys don't. You don't follow that. There's no inconsistent. You think there's an
yeah,
inconsistency,
Jubito
but
and
there's
yeah,
context to why what is happening.
yeah, exactly. There's
Like again,
logical
like I already
explanations.
said it. Like it's verbatim stated. There's a verbatim statement. Jubito literally says why he got hit by Sage Naruto when Tobirama did Fly and Raijin.
Yeah,
He literally states it. You get the context. And then he protects his blind spot. Minato and Naruto try to replicate the same attack in stronger forms, okay? And it don't work. So that further proves that Jubito is definitely above Sagemo Naruto and Tobirama because he can deal with stronger attacks and modes.
exactly.
That's like Goku doing an attack, right, in Super Saiyan 1, okay, and he lands the attack because the guy wasn't protecting his blind spot, right? Okay, but then now the guy's protecting his blind spot. He goes to Super Saiyan fucking 4 and he can't hit the guy. What does that show you then? That clearly shows it was off guard, right? Like it's very very simple, you know?
Yeah, it's like
Like it's not
context
rocket
is
science.
ignored. It's ignored a lot when it comes to that. Is this really still a debate? Apparently. Apparently it is. Apparently it is, man. Not a very good one, but
We're having
people
to
try to
spell
debate
like
it.
we're playing with fucking spaghettios right now. We're playing with
Yeah.
spaghettios and making ABC for these guys because they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, what do people pretend that even IRL circumstances can't change the outcome of a fight? I don't know. I don't know. Context is ignored for narrative purposes. The narratives that people want to make about certain characters that they perhaps favor. I
Yeah,
don't know. It's very strange.
yeah.
Happens in the real
And
world too all the
also
time.
when you're talking about IRL, exactly. When you're talking
Yeah.
about IRL, it depends what exactly you're talking about because there's certain IRL applications that are important in discussing Naruto, but then there's certain IRL applications that don't fucking matter and it's a false equivalence for XYZ reasons.
Yep.
So like it depends what you're really necessarily talking about. Like for instance, if I say, "Oh, Naruto follows IRL applications such as the law of physics." We see it when Naruto when he stops channeling his chakra on the tree, what happens? He falls and he's susceptible to gravity, right? So okay, yeah, that makes sense. Then you have moments where they're fucking able to literally teleport through space and time itself, right? Like that obviously doesn't necessarily follow IRL applications because they're literally like teleporting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the fuck? Like so
You're
it
missing
just it depends what you're necessarily talking about, you know?
you're
But
missing up the feats. What feats? Let's see. But yeah, folks, any questions at all, feel free. Again, doesn't have to be about this anyway either. Obviously, that's the main topic of this stream, but
yeah.
feel free to ask other stuff too. I guess that will always live in some people's heads that that's the case.
Like Jay, let it be known where they'll be saying all this red herring or rabbit hole fucking nonsense, like something, but yet they'll
Yeah,
never ever engage with the one thing that truly matters of him losing to Kin and Gin. Like
yeah,
at
they
the
don't
end of the
want
day, like all that other shit, it doesn't necessarily
it's
even matter.
negated.
If you
Yeah,
lose to Kin and Gin, that clearly shows a scaling that like that clearly shows a scaling factor, right? There's
yeah,
some type of scaling factor that he clearly lacks. Therefore, he cannot be as strong as these characters. It's
yeah.
that simple.
It's very strange.
What? It's just that simple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should explore the ways in which Minato can beat
and
Hashirama.
we
That's that's an interesting topic.
the,
Yeah, I would
yeah,
say
there's a
this.
couple ways. Like if he does
Yeah,
like that ceiling barrier, like you know what I mean, like that barrier that can grab the Biju bomb and then like send it wherever. If he does that against like Hashirama's like fucking Buddha fucking thousand punch statue shit,
yeah,
like that, he could like basically make it hit the barrier and then send it right back to Hashirama, like and get hit by his own
yeah.
attack. You know,
It's I would
like
say
that potentially could be a win.
Yeah, I would say it's theoretically possible Minato can win. His best odds would be if Hashirama doesn't go stage mode out the gate. I think the speed is at least relative at that point between the two. Again, when he's not in stage mode, I think it's more of a conversation.
Yeah,
Again, yeah, he could use that like that flying rising barrier thing. If he uses it strategically, he could send him to like the middle of the fucking ocean or something like that. Something crazy like that. That's possibly win. Clearly, he's very
Could
very
seal him.
proficient.
That
Yeah,
could
he's very
even
proficient at
Minato
sealing jutsu as
negating that.
well.
Yeah.
Straight up in a physical confrontation, toe to toe, he can't hang with the Hashirama, especially if he's in stage mode.
But you see,
Um,
yeah, the problem, like, yeah, like we could argue win cons that Minato could do, but those win cons wouldn't happen
yeah,
because of how the fight would go. That's the issue.
very
For
unlikely.
for speaking based upon probability and everything we know as a whole, it wouldn't get to that point because Hashirama, he's not an idiot. He's no slouch. Like the moment he even realizes there's a speed discrepancy, right? Like even if you
Yeah,
don't like whether if you believe in it or not, like if you believe there's a speed discrepancy, he's immediately activating Sage mode, and there you go. Now he doesn't have to worry about speed, right? Like, so there's that. Or Wood Style comes out of the fucking ground, and there you go. Like, his jutsu activation can at least protect him, aka Susanoo for an Uchiha, right? If an Uchiha is not fast enough to fight their opponent, aka Killer Bee, aka Raikage, except Rock Lee, what do? They use some fucking hacks to protect themselves, right? So, like,
yeah,
again, like, that's all Hashirama is going to have to do. Whether if it's his Wood Style or his Sage mode, that's going to fill in the discrepancy. But let's say you don't even believe in that discrepancy and you think there is relativity, that's even worse for Minato. Because the moment Hashirama goes into Sage mode, he's fucked.
he's
He's
cooked.
fucked.
Yeah, he'd get cooked immediately.
Like,
Physically, he'd be outperformed. He'd have to fly in and rising his ass out of
and
there.
then he could also, and even if it's Casey and Minato, he could absorb his chakra. He could
Yeah,
literally absorb the Nine Tails chakra. He's kryptonite.
yeah,
Like
he's
that's
cooked.
like Edo Madara. That's what he did to Naruto. He did Wood Style, and then he the dragon, and he just took all his power away and
Yep,
got stronger.
literally what
Like,
Hashirama could do. Yeah, sedate his
you know,
ass. Yeah, literally, it'd be that simple. He is Minato's kryptonite in many
yeah, it's
ways.
just
Yeah, apparently I've been seeing people debate
yeah,
Hashirama versus
it's
Pain.
just
What
not.
the
Like,
fuck? That's
I like
strange.
Minato more. I like Minato more. It's just not
Yeah,
like
it's
I like
unlikely.
Itachi more than Hashirama. I like Minato more than Hashirama. Like, but they're
Yeah,
not beating Hashirama. They're
no,
not.
no, they're not. They're not. I've been seeing people debate Hashirama versus Pain.
Like,
Ugh, that's crazy.
what the fuck?
Ain't no one saying Pain wins that who
The
isn't
guy
AI.
the guy that's an Itachi victim, the Itachi victim is beating
I know.
Hashirama.
That's crazy. Where he got blitzed by Itachi. Truth hurts.
Guys, mind you, like this the same Itachi that's going blow for blow with KCM Naruto and Killer B, right?
At the same time.
Okay, and then and then eventually, yeah, at the same time, whatnot. Okay, and then that same dude then goes to Susanoo, which is faster than his physicals, right? Because I'll say this bare minimum: is Nagato's physicals superior to Itachi's physicals? Probably, right? Because what we
Yeah,
see with the feats, Itachi can't really do nothing to Naruto and Killer Bee, but Nagato can, you know what I mean, with his raw physical stats, and he's shitting on them.
yeah,
But the moment Itachi whips out Susanoo, which is instantaneous activation, he's on a whole other tier. He fucking shits on Nagato. Like you have three tiers. You have the KCM Naruto and Killer Bee and Itachi base speed tier, right? Then you have Nagato's tier, which is above that, okay? And then you have Susanoo Itachi, which is above that. Like it's just that simple. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's
Regardless of whether or not if you think, however it is with Nagato and Itachi, like in other areas, bare minimum, his Susanoo is superior to Nagato. That's what we know objectively.
yeah, exactly.
So
Wouldn't
like, and if
Hashirama?
that's the case, it's like how do you advocate he's above Hashirama? Like
Yeah,
how?
wouldn't Hashirama know how to counter flying Raijin because Tobirama created the jutsu? He doesn't know how to. He doesn't need to know how to counter it. In Sage mode, he would just counter anything physically Minato would throw after. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Kind of like Madara against Tobirama.
he's never. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah,
When I
yeah.
saw someone win a Minato.
Wood clone can technically counter that too.
Yeah, I saw someone
Wood
from a
clone.
win from I saw someone win a Minato versus Hashirama debate from Minato winning. Yeah, you could debate if you're a better debater, you could debate Minato wins.
Yeah,
That's
you
how
can make it believable. Yeah, easily.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how Six beat me years ago was with that fucking topic. I wasn't prepared, but he beat me.
Yeah.
Minato also Sam's Pain. Probably facts. Blitz is insane. Yeah, facts. Itachi blitzed. Gun thing I've seen is certain people argue DBZs are reversal because they can affect dimensions beyond the universe, like the afterlife. DBZ has some crazy scaling, man. Um,
Yeah,
ew.
it does. No, Tachi Blitz Nagato twice. He did it twice. He did it like the first one in theory
Susanoo.
you could say is off guard because he did sever the link vision. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like when he first hits him, like he didn't expect like, Like in theory, but the next hit, there's just no excuse. Like there's a big explosion, and yeah, sure, he can't really see, but he could still respond to attacks. And then his Renegon can see chakra, Susanoo's chakra. His Renegon can see chakra. So technically, Nagato should have been able to see the attack coming, and he couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
also don't know if you guys already discussed this part, but Tobirama, Minato could share marks. That makes sense. Hashirama would know 100% how to counter, especially since he used a combo using it with Hashirama. Remember that time?
Not necessarily. That's an argument of ignorance.
Yeah. Remember that time someone lost Kid Tenten versus Hokage Hashirama? If you're bad enough at debating, you could lose that.
Oh my god.
Even then, Minato's
that happened on my YouTube channel. I forgot who it was. It was I think it was actually I think it was Weeb that lost. Yeah, he lost with Hashirama against Tenten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, neither one of them were blitzes. Good thoughts on the arm chop, but I would explain with the manga pan as well. There's no way to say it's a blitz. Right away, saying no way it's a blitz.
It is.
You're biased to say there's no way it's a blitz.
Objectively, it is a blitz. If you analyze the definition of a blitz, is when you cannot respond to an attack at all in any sense or capacity. That is a blitz.
He got
when
blitzed,
you just
bro.
Get hit by it and you just couldn't do shit, right?
Yeah.
Like he does a fucking Totsuka blade thrust, a straight thrust, which reminds you, in verbatim statements in Naruto, that's technically easy to dodge and deal with. You know how the Shidori works, right? Where it's a straight thrust, you know what I mean? And that's why you need like the Sharingan to help, whatever, or any straight type of attacks are very easy to avoid, dodge, or predict and counterattack. That's stated several times. That's all Itachi does. A straight thrust, the easiest shit to dodge. And he can see it because the Rinnegan can see chakra, and Susanoo is chakra, okay? So, again, like, there's all this evidence upon evidence. There's no way it's not a blitz. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he couldn't use jutsu activation to save himself. He couldn't do Shinra Tensei. He couldn't do nothing. He literally could not do anything. He just gets hit by it. Yeah, and he was programmed by Kabuto to respond to all attacks and to take them all out. It was a kill order. Like, to just fuck him up. And he couldn't do shit.
Let's see. You're missing the smoke starting Nagato on the panel where he gets from the blade reaction. Let's see.
Yeah, I brought that up, but he can see through the smoke because of chakra.
Yeah, he can still see through the smoke regardless.
Are they not following that, Jay? Like that's like saying like, oh, like but Batman didn't get blitzed. There was smoke right in front of him and he got stabbed. Okay, but the bitch has fucking X-ray vision the whole night. Like has all these visions, but it still got hit. So that would be a blitz. Or that's like saying, oh, Superman. There's no way it's a blitz. He got hit by the kryptonite sword and there was smoke and whatnot. Like the guy has all kinds of vision. He can see through all that shit. Like
it's crazy.
That's
it's basically
like guys. I like Nagato and Pain. I like Pain more than Itachi. Like I like him more than him. But like it's a blitz.
Just being in denial at that point.
Tell you.
In denial at that point. It's like, bro, it's fucking obvious. It's very obvious.
Like I'll say this: if the Rinnegan didn't have the ability to see chakra, okay, then yeah, you could question it because of the smoke, right? Like you couldn't see shit, whatever. Then like meaning in theory, as long as Itachi sets up like either like a blind spot scenario where like there's smoke or a smoke bomb, whatever the fuck it is, whether if it's an explosion, a smoke bomb, whatever the fuck it is, okay, then that's how Itachi can land the blow. But either way, that doesn't matter because that just proves and shows that Itachi can beat Pain. All he has to do is set up a scenario where he can't see. Like that's what Sage One Naruto did to Pain. He throws smoke bombs down on the ground, right? And then he jumps all the way in the air and then lands a Rasengan on the fucking resurrection path of Pain.
Naruto,
like,
Pain couldn't see Naruto's chakra
fucking
through
Nagato
smoke.
Can't deal with fucking.
As he said, they use smoke bomb. They use smoke bombs on him in the Pain fight. In the Pain. Oh, you mean when Naruto fought Pain? Like Pain?
He could definitely see chakra. He literally sees chakra with the Rinnegan. What are we smoking?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a very strange argument. That's just a cop out.
he literally like Jay. Remember that statement? Remember that statement where he's like, "Oh, you're really low on Sage Mode chakra. You're getting weaker." He states it he can see his chakra.
Yeah, it's a weird
Like,
argument.
the fuck are we talking about?
Very, very strange.
Like we even see it in the manga panels and the anime where he literally sees the guy's chakra. Like you're capping. The guy can see chakra. Like now, what the reason why Naruto lands the attack when he does the smoke bombs is because he does a fucking Mario jump in the air. He does a smoke bomb, jumps in the air, and Pain is looking straight. He's not looking up, okay? And then he gets hit by an aerial attack. Like, again, it's not my fault that Pain and Nagato don't know how to have fucking awareness. Like, his awareness is shit. It is what it is. And Itachi exploited that. He has shit awareness.
Let me see. Let me look at that panel.
Overall, regardless, the blitz doesn't even matter because at the end of the day, objectively, all you have to do is create a diversion to land an attack on Pain. If you scale to Pain, right? Okay, if you scale to him, all you got to do is make a diversion. The fact that you could do a diversion and land an attack, that's a him issue, right? You know what I mean? I don't want to hear it. Like same thing with Kakasu and Kakashi. Every time they made a diversion, they got hit from behind. Kakashi did a Raikiri, hit Kakasu from behind, right? You know, Kakasu hits Kakashi from behind with his tentacles, right? But yet they couldn't land attacks in front of each other. Like if it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like if you if you do a diversion and land an attack, that just goes to show that you're clearly like either scaled to that person or you're superior. It's one of the two scenarios. That's all I'm getting at. So
the smoke. Let me see.
wait,
I don't really even see smoke like
I don't know why they're
surrounding.
smoke.
Yeah, surrounding Itachi. So I don't know what that's coming from. Looks like you were just.
They're talking about when like the big explosion, like when Killer Bee did the Biju bomb and Naruto does the Rising Shuriken and Itachi does like the Totsuka blade shit. They do it at the Chubaku Tensei's gravity center core, and it makes a big explosion. And then during that explosion, in the next panel, there's like a bunch of like smoke in the air, like in dust, like because like the explosion, like you can't really see for a moment. It's kind of like when a nuke goes off, right? Like, and then there's all that smoke and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like a natural smoke screen in a way. That's what he's getting at. Which is a
Oh,
thing,
okay.
but it doesn't matter because again, he can see chakra. He can see fucking chakra. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter.
If you make a diversion against anyone, technically you can land an attack from behind.
Like Jay, does that make sense? Jay, like if you can see chakra, if you can see a chakra attack coming at you, but you still can't dodge it, like why does that matter?
Regardless,
Well,
he was
because there's smoke there.
aware.
He can still see the chakra.
Nagato was aware that Itachi was on their side already anyway, so why wouldn't he be expecting an attack regardless if there was smoke or not? If he was faster, he would have dodged it anyway or avoided it somehow. That doesn't really negate that just because there's smoke there. It's not like he didn't know.
Jay, actually, I just remembered, Jay. Remember Sage Mode Jiraiya does a smoke bomb at the Path of Pain, and he's in the smoke bomb, and the Path of Pain literally blocks his attack in the smoke bomb because he can see chakra.
Yeah, the paint in the Jiraiya fight. Yeah.
Like I just remember that too. So what's the excuse there? Yet when fighting Sage Mode Jiraiya, he blocks his attack effortlessly in the smoke. So like what are we on about?
He didn't know that they were still alive or conscious. Who? Are you talking about?
What?
No idea what he's talking about.
What does that have to do with anything?
Going to distract.
And he would know if they're alive or conscious, because again, he can see chakra.
There's nothing that indicates he wouldn't know that.
Literally.
Yeah, it's weird. There's some weird arguments. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but Jay, like you see what I'm getting at though? Like that doesn't matter. He literally deals with attacks in smoke. He's done it before, but he couldn't do it with Itachi.
Yeah, he couldn't. It's simply put, Kabuto and Nagato,
and you're not going to drop your guard in a combat scenario.
Kabuto knew Itachi has broken out, so he knew that Itachi was a threat, and Nagato didn't react, so it doesn't matter. I want evidence he can see through.
Like,
He can see
again,
that. No,
evidence
you can't
A,
dodge. When you
evidence
don't know what's
A,
happening, there's a path of pain
Pain
out.
can
The
sweep
smoke is
chakra with the
verified.
Rinnegan. Evidence B, Pain deals with attack in the smoke bomb with the Rinnegan. Evidence C, Itachi does an attack during a smoke, and he can't deal with it. He could deal with Seijima Jiraiya because he was superior, right? He could actually respond to the attack, right? He was fast enough to deal with it. But then with Itachi, he couldn't deal with it. It's very simple. Very fucking simple.
Either way, he'd be on guard. Let Itachi, because he knows Itachi's there. That he's not on his side anymore. Doesn't really matter.
Yes, he would be on guard. like,
Why wouldn't he be?
like he's in a battle scenario. Like, that doesn't make sense. Literally.
Regardless of the smoke or not, it doesn't negate that. I don't know why the smoke's such a big deal.
Especially when he fucking deals an attack in the smoke bomb by Seijima Jiraiya. Effortlessly, remind you.
Let's see. Pandas failed to through Naruto smoke bats. If he doesn't see the blade coming, it doesn't matter how on guard he is. He'd have a chance to see it coming though. He doesn't need to know when the blade is starting to be attacked.
I don't think this guy's tracking. He can see attacks in smoke bombs. It literally happens in the fucking manga and show. Sage Jiraiya throws a smoke bomb because he can't land any attacks. So he throws a smoke bomb, then goes to attack him from behind in the smoke bomb, and he blocks his punch effortlessly. Just grabs that shit.
Let's see,
and then it shows the other path of pain looking at them in the smoke bomb with his Rinnegan. And he's like, oh, okay, that's why he saw me in the smoke bomb.
And even B from behind.
So he can see the attack.
B from behind is trying to strike him as well, and Nagato isn't even looking at him, and he catches him. But then when Itachi does it, he fails to react. That just proves if he was fast enough, he would have reacted. And he knows that Itachi was no longer on his side, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Literally, Killer Bee tries to do a surprise attack like during the battle to save Naruto, and he just effortlessly, without even looking, like just bodies him. You know what I mean?
It doesn't negate anything.
This man is coping. Like, he's just coping. Like, bro, I love Pain more. I'm on your side. But we gotta be real. Like, shit.
Let's see here.
Like, I'll give you this bare minimum. I think Nagato's raw physical stats is better than Itachi's physical stats. But when Itachi whips out that fucking Susanoo, it's a whole different ballpark. That's the problem.
Yeah, so B comes down. He gets caught.
And Susanoo is instantaneous. You know, like that's stream that shit. Maybe show him.
Yeah, and then you see the arm come. The arm from the direction it came from would have been in one of these people's or one of these entities' field of vision, or at least it would have been before it even strikes Nagato, whether or not there's smoke or not. And there's no indication there's smoke, like engulfing the entire battlefield anyway. So there would have been time to react. He simply just didn't have the capability to do so. Nagato over Itachi, I'm willing to debate anyone on that. That's fine, but I'm just saying like Itachi blitz Pain in that instance, or Nagato rather.
Okay, but prove that. You can claim he's over, but prove that. Like so far, all you've done is been in denial, and we've like told you flat out.
He's just,
like you say, oh, he can't see an attack through smoke. Yet I give you an example when he does it.
He's presupposing that like the arm was completely not visible the entire way through. It was the entire time it was being swung into Nagato's arm. You can't prove that anyway, but.
I've never seen someone so in denial when a character gets blitzed. He can see chakra. He can deal with attacks and smoke bombs. He literally has the feats for it. But yet he's in denial. Like you can't make this shit up.
The Kuna were in their eyes. Yeah, but Nagato would still be able to see it. You have to prove. I mean, even in the panel, there's not. Yeah, let me show you the stream. I mean the panel. Let me see.
And that's another thing too. Like Jay, he also forgets that ninja don't necessarily need to see something to respond to it too. Like ninja are able to respond to attacks without sight. Kakashi has done it to Zabuza. Zabuza went to attack him from behind, and he ducks and dodges. Like
Yeah, let me put this
there's
on the
so many
screen.
times when ninja get attacked from behind and they can deal with. Like Sai was in his house, off guard, remind you, and an Anbu ninja tries to strike at him at equal scaling at the back, and he's able to respond just in time.
All right, so you guys
Like
should see
all
it on the
because you're
screen.
not seeing the attack doesn't mean you can't respond to it.
Yeah, so while it's being swung, there isn't like smoke, at least visibly around this area. So while it's on the right side before it actually strikes Nagato, it would be visible to him, regardless whether the animals could see it or not. And he failed to react. He just didn't have the capability to do that. Yeah. Sai was caught off guard by Kabuto. Kakashi was caught off guard by Rakuri. Can limit to however short you'd want. Show on stream he saw the arm before he was hit. You don't need to show specifically him looking at the arm. You just have to show the imagery as far as the imagery to indicate that he would have seen it before it hits his arm. It would have been in his peripheral essentially.
All I keep hearing is just cope. Like at the end of the day, like I already explained this so simply. Like if a character is able to land an attack on you from behind, okay, and not in front of you, that proves two things. Either one, you scale close enough to each other, or two, you are very superior to that person. Okay? It's one of the two. We've seen consistency of that. That is blatantly demonstrated in the Kakasu versus Kakashi fight. They're going blow for blow in front, they can't land any attacks. Then when Kakashi attacks him from behind with a Raikiri, he can land the attack. The time interval is just enough. When Kakasu attacks from behind with his tentacles, he can land the attack on Kakashi. Like, it's very straightforward. 2 plus 2 is 4. It's that simple. It's very easy. Like, Naruto and Sasuke also showed the same fucking thing. They're going blow for blow in front of each other, can't land attacks. And they start creating diversions, either with shadow clones to try to attack from behind or the side or whatever. Now Naruto's landing an attack. Or Sasuke, running on teleportation, gets behind Naruto, now lands a fucking Chidori in his back. Like, like I don't know, it's so fucking difficult. Like, it's that simple. We see consistency of this shit, guys. If they can land attacks on each other by setting up the attack, that means you scale to the person. Simple. Or you're above. One of the two. You're drastically above, or you scale to the person. It's that simple. Meaning, Itachi would be over Nagato. He's landing the attack. It's that simple.
The smoke is after the planetary devastation. Earlier? Yeah, let me see. Let me look at it real quick. Planetary devastation. Where is that at?
Shit, I don't know. This shit ain't difficult, bro. I don't know why they're making it so hard to understand. It's really simple.
Where is the planetary devastation? I think it's a little further up.
It's so simple, bro.
Yeah. So he breaks out.
Like, am I capping, Jay? Like from consistency in Naruto, whenever we see two individuals fight, like if they can't land attacks directly in front of each other, what do? They try to attack from behind or a blind spot, and they land the attack, right?
Yeah, that's
Like,
historically that's the case. Yeah, they say the smoke comes from the planetary.
literally.
Trying to find where's that shit at? Where they stop the planetary devastation.
Like, oh, I'll show another example. Naruto versus Kiba. Kiba can't land no attacks. Then Kiba does a smoke bomb. Now he's fucking up Naruto in the smoke. Like,
Oh yeah, this was after
again,
the
like,
first
you guys
splits. Planetary devastation was after the first splits. Yeah. That was the second.
Yeah, that is
The
correct.
second time he
Yes.
got
That's towards the end of
caught.
the fight. Yeah.
The first time there's smoke, but not enough to completely eliminate Payne's field of vision in his peripherals or anything like that. There's no indication that there's smoke on the side either. Let's see, which side does it come from? It comes from his right side. Okay. And the Susano's huge, so he would definitely see it in his peripheral. The smoke, there's smoke there, but it isn't like engulfing him. Regardless, this wasn't the main topic, but
Yeah, I feel like we proved so much at this point. Like again, like you guys are beating a dead horse. Like Nagato can see the attack coming through the smoke because he literally does it in the manga. The Rinnegan is shown to see chakra. It's stated that it can. Okay, Susanoo's chakra, so he could see this attack coming, the whole fucking nine, and he can't deal with it. It's one thing if he couldn't see it, but he can see it. That is blatantly proven and shown objectively.
let's see.
Objectively, he does it to Sage Mode Jiraiya in smoke. So,
See.
like, I don't know what to tell you.
$5 from Samantha. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's see. Please tell me, Bats, I'm not arguing that they're not relevant, and just that one moment is not a speed blitz. The first moment I don't care for when he separates from him in Naruto. Oh, so you're not even talking about that. That's the moment we're talking about. We're talking about the first moment.
Yeah, the first moment would still count regardless, because sure, he doesn't necessarily like see it, but he's in a battle situation and he can detect danger. Like every ninja has that capability and capacity. He just wasn't fast enough. Again, we're talking about the fucking Susanoo. What is so hard to grasp? We know the Susanoo is way faster than a user's physical speed. Like I don't know what's so rocket science about that. Like we're acting like a Susanoo feat is impossible. Like I don't understand.
Let's see.
Like he does Susanoo, which is way faster than his physical stats, and he lands the attack on Nagato. It is what it is. He was just faster.
Nagato. So this is the pain moment when he's fighting Jiraiya. Nagato was able to see through Jiraiya's smoke bomb from Animal Path's eyes and make the human path block the attack. So why couldn't he see through the smoke against Bee and
Yes.
Itachi? Yeah. And in the panel, you see the
He
silhouettes.
could. That's
Yeah.
what we're saying.
And there seemed to definitely be more smoke in that instance.
He could.
Yeah.
like Jay, Jiraiya threw like 10 of them bitches, like thick ass smoke pellets, bro, and he could see that. But you're telling me he can't see through a fucking a thin layer of like explosion dust?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you
$2 from
talking about?
Raspberry. Appreciate it. Can you let Minoisha call that he's banned? He's banned? Let me see. I didn't know he was banned. Let me check.
That dude was probably got in trouble. That's why.
Let me check.
Probably doing some stupid shit, being disrespectful or something.
Let me go to I mean, do you really want to talk about the smoke shit though? We kind of beat that shit already. We're gonna go in circles here too, but not gonna really change anything. But let me see if you're banned though. Where the fuck is the? Oh, here they are, the bans. I don't think you're
like the worst part about it too is like it's the fact that it's like a straight thrust attack too, which is like the easiest attack to dodge in Naruto.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't see your name here. I don't think you're banned.
Man.
Yeah, I don't see your name on
It's
here.
Ichi.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh, so they're just making shit up now.
Yeah.
So, I'm seeing a pattern here. You like to make shit up.
Yeah, it's because I was teasing Bats for being
you
a
read
hypocrite.
you read Spedito. That's what you read.
He said it was because I was teasing Bats. Oh. There were just a few points out. $10. Oh, what's going on, Sir Goats? Appreciate you, brother. Could I grab an invite? Yeah, let me send you one. Can I call in? I want to know your opinion on something. Hey, we got you, Sir Goats. I didn't even see your hand there, my bad. Let me send Monoichi a invite. I didn't know that he was not in here. Yo, 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 what's going on, Sir
Oh
Goats?
no, he's banned, Jay. He's banned.
Oh, he
There's
is?
no way
Yo,
What's
No,
going
he's
on,
not.
brother?
He's not. I'm just fucking like
Oh.
the dude just makes shit up.
Let's see. What's going on, Sir Goats?
what's up, y'all?
Let's see.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I because I know y'all say it's only for the Minato versus Tobirama thingy. I mean, I
Yes, sir.
was trying to figure out like what I can say like for certain like what can I say like that like what can I like how can I get Tobirama like at least to like at least something, but I couldn't
Yeah.
think of nothing. But the one thing I do want to know is like one of the debates I do like the I have like in my head a lot is Nagato versus Minato. And I wanted to know what y'all think about my argument for this. So basically
Yeah.
I just want to go over the whole thing and y'all could just give me your response after. So I tried to play devil's advocate with Nagato versus Minato, saying that Nagato would beat Minato
Mm.
because Raikage, if I remember correctly, Raikage, and it's also stated during the Five Kage Summit, and even after the Five Kage Summit when Naruto first got KCM one, but Raikage, I think Raikage himself says that says to Naruto that you're actually like faster. You're the second person to dodge my top speed punch. And the reason I
Yeah.
bring this up is because Nagato at full power, and I know he's an Edo Tensei, but Nagato at full power was able to like pin both Naruto, KCM1, and Killer B down in 5 seconds. And if it wasn't for Itachi coming in, they would have like I think they would have died instantly.
Yeah.
And being relative, Naruto being relative, at least being like stated to be relative to Minato, and Nagato was able to like pin Naruto. Nagato was able to pin Naruto down, and plus Nagato has the Rinnegan, which should provide like a massive amp to him, and he was able to like keep up with both Naruto and B at the same time, and was about to kill him. So my thing is like would there like be like a like what are the chances of like that type of argument of like Nagato being able to pin down a Naruto who is compared to Minato by a guy who was also compared to Minato. Like how would Nagato fare against Minato?
I would say there is an argument that he beat. I agree. There's an argument that he beat Minato again, and I think that moment where he like beats up B and Naruto, that's a good moment to insinuate or like indicate that he is above Minato if again he's compared directly to KCM Naruto and by the Raikage. Um, I tend to believe full power pain. There's a good argument that he could beat Minato. I think there's a good arguments for both sides. If you really do your homework on it. I think it's
It just depends
debatable.
how you view
Uh,
Minato's scaling is the
yeah, it
issue.
depends how you
Like
see
if
he's
you think
scaling.
Minato is within yeah, if you think he's within KCM ballpark and whatnot, then yeah, Nagato would win
Hmm.
because he shitted on Naruto within that power, and on that body flicker and shit. Like he just crapped on both of them. And then there you go. It's pretty straight. Even with the flying Raijin, that wouldn't matter because Minato would still have to incorporate his physical stats along with flying Raijin. So like, yeah, like he has the ability to try to do what Itachi does to set up diversions and attacks, but it's not going to work because he lacks the speed while Itachi has the speed, right? That's the
Yeah.
difference. So so yeah, like Nagato would win. But if you think Minato is beyond KCM, like like let's say we analyze the war arc feats and whatnot, and blah blah, where he's over here outspeeding
Hmm.
Hashirama and all that, whatever. Which that Hashirama, went blow for blow against Edo Madara. They were going blow for blow, and that Edo Madara was fighting against KCM 2 Naruto, which is obviously stronger than KCM 1. So you see where I'm getting at? So it just
Yeah.
depends on like overall how far you have Minato above. But see, here's the problem with that. Some people think the Minato in the war is only that strong because of having the Nine Tails within him, you know, and that's a whole other can
Yeah.
of worms, and you can go from there. And there is a way to try to advocate and argue that there's statements, the whole nine, whatever, and plus he's getting way more chakra, so like it makes sense, right, on paper. So therefore, like
Yeah.
that Minato is way stronger than actual Hokage Minato. You know, and then there you go, right? So that kind of like fills in like the inconsistency thing, right? You know, but it just
Hmm.
depends. Like again, it just depends how you view it. You know,
Yeah,
like in my
yeah.
opinion, like if I really had to say, I'd say Edo Minato is stronger than Alive Minato. I just
Especially
at
with
least if we're
KCM.
going off his base feats, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
and obviously with KCM, like that's just a blatant amplifier, you know.
Yeah.
So if it's like Edo Minato, I think Edo Minato shits on Nagato in base and
Yeah,
with
I agree with
KCM.
that one too. Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just a live Minato, you know what I mean, or especially Yellow Flash, then yeah, Nagato should shit on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, it just
There's
No.
depends how you
Yeah.
view his scaling. So
yeah, arguments for both
Yeah.
sides
My
for sure.
argument for that one at least. Yeah, my argument for that one at least is basically like how like if if Edo Nagato and Edo Minato was fighting each other, I would think because of the amp that the Renegon will provide someone whoever has it, he will be able to like at least like keep up with Minato, and due to the six past powers being like ridiculous, he would be able to like being able to like catch Minato and steal the Nine Tails from him, like how Zetsu stole the Nine Tails from him in the war.
Go on to that, Batman.
yeah, I
If you
think it's
guys
such a
remember
far
that.
gap in power at that point. I don't think
Yeah.
he'd be able to use his hacks, take any power or anything like that. He'd just get blitzed if he's in KCM and whatnot. And then at least again, base like you would have to advocate that Nagato could fight like Hashirama, right? You know, or Madara. And
Oh
I
right.
don't see
Nah,
that.
and I don't even think I can see that either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm saying. Like again, if it's KCM Minato, no. If it's Edo Minato with his base feats, no. You know, like it's just yeah.
Yeah, I mean, until you have a good argument that Pain beats him.
Yeah.
As years have gone on,
Yeah.
I'd have to do my homework to really decide who I think would win, but I tend to not think it's crazy now when people say Pain beats not Minato. There's a much better argument against a live Minato. Um, but then there's arguments for Minato as well, such as Minato tells Naruto, "You got to master the Nine Tails to beat the man in the yellow mask or the orange mask." You could interpret
I
that as
literally
Yeah.
forgot about that.
yeah, you can interpret that as he needs complete companionship with the Nine Tails, and he doesn't get that until KCM 2. So you could argue like, oh
Yeah. There's that
yeah,
too.
so
Yeah.
there's that. So
Mhm.
there's arguments for both
Yeah, because
But see,
sides.
the problem with that though, the problem with that is you could be like, well, he's talking like KCM, which is like that is mastery, but it's not full mastery, right? That's like the partial.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah.
you know, and all that, and then there's like evidence along that route, and it like there's a way to substantiate that too, because when Naruto's talking to the frogs and whatnot, and they're talking about like mastering the Nine Tails and whatnot, and like you know, in the whole nine, guess what? When he does that, what is the first thing you see? KCM, right? So like you can kind of say like a correspondence argument, you know, and things like that, etc. Um, yeah, like again, like it just depends on your perspective of it, like Jay said, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
if we're like even if we get away from that, which is that's the contentious aspect of it, if we just go solely based on the feats and whatnot, I feel like it's very apparent Edo Minato is above Alive Minato. Just from the
Yeah,
feats at least.
the feats, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, do you have anything else before
Yeah.
we wrap it?
Because basically, like another thing I forgot to mention earlier was
Yeah.
I remember I almost forgot that Naruto did have a lot of Naruto did have a lot of help fighting Pain, and even against like even when he went six tails and almost like and the nine tails, like when he launched the planetary devastation and then the nine tails just busted out of it, it still wasn't, and Pain was surprised, but it came off as like it wasn't really like fully enough, even though the nine tails was like spazzing out on Pain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It got
he
to the point
said
where
that. He
Naruto,
just make it larger.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it
he
got
said
to the
to make it
point where
larger.
Naruto, yeah, it got to the point where Naruto like damn near gave in to the Nine Tails until
Yeah.
Minato showed up. And
Yep.
then Minato like gave him like extra, like gave him like another Sage Mode, and then he was able to beat him. So that was actually like, and I would even go so far as to say like that, like Tendo Pain should be like weaker than Nagato himself,
Oh,
because
for
that's
sure.
just like, in my opinion, that should be like a puppet body compared to like the real body.
And he's fatigued too.
Yeah,
So
there's a
Yeah.
lot of factors. You got distance, you got
Fatigue.
he's very fatigued.
Yeah.
All the help, all the intel on him, like all the odds were against him. Like everything you could
Yeah, and he
possibly
still
think of.
almost won.
But I'm gonna be real with you. Naruto only got that far because of him not having Tendo power. If he had Tendo power with that whole path of team, Naruto would have got shit on right there and then. There would have been a damn thing he could have fucking done.
He would
The
have been cooked.
moment
yeah,
that Tendo Pain got his Tendo power back, he immediately shitted on Sage Naruto. It was immediate. There was
Yeah.
no fight whatsoever.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
got
so like
he
if
literally
he
got
had
crucified.
Tendo power as well, yeah, he would have especially with all six paths of pain stick. Yeah, he is. It's not even like Seijuman Naruto. He doesn't necessarily scale to pain. He only was able to fight him due to convenience, due to
Physically. Yeah, that's
context.
it.
You know,
That's it.
yeah,
Yeah, just
yeah,
physical prowess,
yeah.
but overall ability, no.
yeah.
Earlier I had heard like this. I'm not gonna lie. Earlier, like I thought it was weird just to like, because I earlier while I was listening to y'all was talking about how somebody brought up Hashirama versus Pain, which I thought was weird because I
That was
don't think
insane.
Pain beat Hashirama at all.
Nah, hell no.
Like not even close.
Hell no.
Yeah, no, it
Bloodlust
ain't gonna
Hashirama
happen.
he
Like,
claps. You'd clap him.
yeah,
It's not.
unless he could get like an off guard like soul grab, like, but see if that's just not happening because when you analyze the soul jutsu, like when he fights someone that's very strong, it takes a bit for him to pull it out. Like he actually struggles. Like with KCM Naruto, he couldn't just rip that shit out completely. He was like going to tug of war. But with fucking someone as fodder as like that Sonati's apprentice, he took that shit out instantly. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
scaling does matter with the soul grab. And Hashram, with how fucking strong and powerful he is, Hashram, even if he got that, he just look at him and be like, "Bitch," and then just slap him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and
that would have been
it's
competitive.
just, yeah, he's not
And
doing
I don't
shit. Yeah,
and
no,
I don't even know if this is like relevant to bring up as well, but I remember I don't even know if like Pain is even doing anything to like Madara during the Valley of the End, when before he died the first time when he fought Hashirama in the valley.
Oh, he
Like I
could
don't
clap.
even know
Yeah.
if Pain is doing anything to that Madara. And plus that Madara has control of the Nine Tails and can cloak it with a Susanoo, which is even
Yeah.
worse.
The physical prowess gap is the main thing. Obviously, the perfect Susanoo would be a problem for Pain. Pain's
yep.
hacks would give him the best odds. Like the Shinra Tensei and things like that. That would give him the best odds. But yeah, Madara is just narratively implied to be, the top of the verse until until six past characters. Obviously, him and Hashirama are implied to be at the.
It's stated a billion times. The only one that can fuck with him is Hashirama.
Yeah.
A billion fucking
Yeah,
times.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that's
Oh, and
definitely the case.
and one more thing. Oh,
Yeah.
and one more thing. Do you guys still talk to Shinobi?
But Shinobi hasn't been around in a long time. I don't know. Hopefully he's okay. We tried to reach out to him, but we don't
Yeah,
know where he's
he's
at
been
now
MIA.
for a
Yeah,
long time, like
Yeah,
months
we
now.
don't know what's going on.
Hope he's all
Yeah,
right
yeah,
though, but he's been MIA for
yeah.
months.
yeah.
But W
Uh,
Shinobi's he's a legend around these parts, but it is what
yeah,
it is. But hopefully we get
yeah.
to hear from him again.
I just really wanted. I just came in and say what's up, and just wanted to know, not just about Shinobi, but also about what you guys think about my Nagato versus Minato little argument thingy that
Yeah,
I had.
it's a debate
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a debate.
Yeah,
But yeah, we
could have
appreciate you, Sir Goat,
been.
coming
Yeah.
in. Been a long time. We'll try to do more
Mhm.
call-in shows for show,
You
but
you at least have common sense though. You know what I mean? The things you
yeah,
say,
Yeah,
it's actually interesting or questionable or whatever.
yeah.
Like unlike
yeah,
the dinglings we're about to get in a sec, that they'll just be fucking saying shit to say shit. So
But yeah, we appreciate you, Sir Goats. W for show. Appreciate
all
you.
right, all
All right,
right,
peace.
y'all. All right.
yeah.
All right, look at the chat real quick. Naruto 1 due to plot armor against Pain. Oh yeah, that's obvious. Daryl Hashirama, when he was first summoned versus Pain, might be more interesting. He'd still clap, but I mean, technically Minato failed to stop Obito, so it's not really a detractor. He beat Obito, but you mean the Nine Tails? Yeah, sure. As far as Minato versus Obito, he beat him.
Yeah, it's
But
because of fatigue. It's because of fatigue. If he
uh,
wasn't fatigued, he could have dealt with the nine tails. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was literally dealing with fucking attacks from the Nine Tails effortlessly with just normal body flicker. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we appreciate the super chats, folks. W's. Appreciate y'all for that. Let's see. We're over 2 hours. We'll go a little bit longer.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Any questions here? Any questions, folks? See if I missed any in the chat. My bad. I thought you guys were talking about planetary devastation this whole time. Oh, no, you're good. You're good, Ken. There was a pain out of the smoke who saw the attack when he jumped, and he was reacting to that. Yeah.
Yep. I said it like 20 billion times that they would continuously disregard. That contradicts their claim that he can't see through fucking smoke.
Yeah, you can see through smoke. It's at least silhouettes at the very least. Yeah, folks, any
That
questions
was
at
from
all?
behind, mind you. That was an attack from
Yeah.
behind in the smoke.
Any questions at all, please feel free. We'll probably do more call-in shows. It seems like people did come in this time a little bit more. We gotta think of another topic next time. This one was a good one, obviously, because of the Tobirama bandwagon. But maybe Kakuzu versus Pain. But then no one would call it. No one would call into that though. Only Noodles would, and he's a pussy. He wouldn't call in anymore. Maybe back in the day, but not now.
But you know what's crazy though, Jay? I haven't really heard anybody be like fucking trying to bring up that or reassure that bandwagon anymore. It's kind of died out now, which is a good thing. Like all the idiots are just like
Heavy
like
Sasuke.
they've given up trying to be sophist or troll or like all of them. Heavy Sasuke, Sonin Glazers, which is like this idiot in here. Monichi thinks the fucking Sonin be clapping up Minato and Raikage and shit.
That's crazy.
Fucking yeah, like there's a lot of weird agenda pushers, but they've kind of been like this diminishing, like this fading into nothingness, which is really nice, like Thanos snap type shit, you know?
Yeah, I could be devil advocate for Kakuzu and be a better Noodles. I mean, we could try doing a Kakuzu versus Pain, change my mind. I mean, I don't think very many people would call into that.
Yeah, we could do that eventually.
But maybe for fun.
No.
Unless Noodles punk ass
like
came
with
in here and saw
Tobirama,
he's
you
a
could at
bitch,
least throw
but
some punches. You know what I mean? Like
there's
with
something.
Tobirama, you could throw some punches in there.
Yeah.
You know, you could try, you know, whatever.
Ignore
but you're gonna fail miserably. But you could at least try. Yeah,
you can ignore context and shit.
Because it's just pure fucking delusion.
That's bull. Yeah, that's complete delusion.
Like the feats blatantly and objectively just blatantly show you where Kakuzu's at in scaling. Like I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, man, it's fucking
motherfucker is a low Kage fucking Kakashi fucking Yamato Naruto victim. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, so next time, yeah, we'll probably do a vote, but Kakuzu versus Pain would be just fucking entertainment. Just if people actually call in over that stupid shit.
Yeah, Jay, if you do that, make your stream picture showing like Kakashi standing over him with the Shidori and like Kakuzu's fodder dead body on the ground.
On the fucking floor.
Yeah, or that.
You know that thumbnail we made a long time ago of him like in the hospital? I could do that shit.
Like, bro, Jay, imagine like that's like probably the biggest L. Imagine like fucking groveling at someone's fucking feet and you just see a big ass lightning in your face and you know you're about to get fucking cooked.
That's crazy work.
Suck.
Even with context, Toriyama stands a decent chance. No, he doesn't. He does not stand a decent chance. Will Monoichi be allowed to call in? I mean, we could let him in, but the Pain versus I don't really care about the Pain shit, the Itachi Blitz shit. It's just whatever.
You just be in and out. Circular claims is all you're gonna.
The cloud shit, I didn't really care about that shit, but if you want to do a rage bait, say Kid Konohamaru stronger than base Jiraiya. Hey, we could do that with the fucking the time travel shit when Boruto goes back to fucking we could do some shit like that.
Sheesh.
Yeah, there's so much bullshit we could bring up. What's your opinion on Andrew Wilson?
Yeah, no, Jiraiya is like 6-path scaling. You know what I mean? Like he's 6-path scaling.
Andrew Wilson. So Andrew Wilson, I've seen some of his work. He's more like a traditional conservative. I would say that most of his takes, at least from what I've heard, are they're all right. They're based. He seems pretty decent rhetorically, argumentatively.
You got
So,
someone in chat raising their hand, Jay. Someone
oh,
called Thunder.
let's see. We got someone in here. I'm sure it's about Minato versus Tobirama. I think.
Yo,
Yo,
it's audible.
what's going on?
Oh, what's up, man? It's me, Raspberry. But I wanted to call in because
Oh, what's
just
going
make
on?
some devil.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think Minato will cook Tobirama, but I thought it might make some like devil's advocate
Oh,
type
gotcha.
argument. But, yeah, just run through some stuff. So, like, to start with, what do you guys think about basically Hiruzen was able to know every jutsu in the leaf, and obviously he was susceptible to infinite darkness from Tobirama. He didn't really seem
Right.
to have a way out of it. So, could that be
To
effective against Minato,
clarify,
in your opinion?
and know or do? What do you mean on that? Specify know or do?
Yeah.
Wasn't there some sort of data
Because
book
knowing
statement
that makes
regarding that?
sense. Knowledge.
Yeah. So basically,
Uh,
yeah.
No,
What
no,
I would
no.
say to
So what
that.
I'm saying, yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. No,
Oh,
you're
okay.
good. You can go.
What I was gonna say is he could know about it, but that doesn't necessarily mean he knows how to. He could successfully counter every single jutsu in the leaf. That just means at bare minimum, the condition for that statement to be true is that he knows of the jutsu. It doesn't necessarily mean he knows how to counter against it and combat against it effectively. So that wouldn't work to. I see what you're saying. Like that statement to work against Minato's favor, that wouldn't really do that. That really wouldn't work because he could just know of it, and not know how to, and not be able to counter it, basically.
yeah, I mean, that's fair. I'm not really a guy with an encyclopedic knowledge of the Naruto data books, but from what
Yeah.
I remember, it was something along the lines of they called him the professor because he had something all of the leaves jutsu, something like that. But
Yeah,
yeah. So
Thunder.
I mean,
But what do you think on that though? Like, do you think he knows all of it, or that he can perform and do all jutsu? Because if you think he can do and perform all jutsu, I feel like that's kind of like not the case. Like it's counterintuitive because where was the eighth gate as an Edo? Where was all those very relevant jutsus? Flying Raijin, the whole nine, when he's at Edo Tensei, yeah, not one time does he do it a replicate. So it's a little bit
but
like, can he really perform it? You know?
that's true. He didn't use the flying Raijin ever, so he presumably he doesn't know
Yeah.
that jutsu. I'd have to go relook at the terminology of the data book statement or something because I don't really
Yeah.
remember it.
No,
But
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I
It's
think
stated along the lines where, like, in a sense, it can make you think like, oh, he can do all of it. But interpretation wise, and like with what we know in Naruto, I'm pretty sure it's more lean that he's just aware of all the jutsus, right? Which makes sense.
right.
He's been
Yeah.
alive. He's trained with fucking the second and first Hokage. Like,
Lives
I would
for
expect
decades.
this man to know a lot. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it's
yeah,
more of a
So
knowledge. It's
alright.
more of a knowledge feat rather than like a combat feat, as to like implying he could utilize every single jutsu that's ever existed in the leaf, which inductively makes sense because again, like Batman said, historically, when some of these very useful jutsus would have been very favorable to use, he doesn't use them, and insinuating basically that he knows of them but can't actually utilize them in combat. He just knows of them and knows their usages and knows what they're he knows what they're useful for, but can't necessarily use them himself. Especially the more the Kekkei Genkais and the clan specific jutsus like Shikamaru's. So
Okay, yeah, so that's, I guess, my first argument out of the
yeah.
way. Which, to be honest, I saw the argument from chat. That was not my own original one.
Oh,
This
gotcha.
next
Yeah, I've
one,
heard that one too.
yeah. This next one's regarding the Edos. Fucking hell, it's cold out here. But it's regarding the Edos, basically. So, like, basically, do you think every Edo is nerfed to the same degree? And this is kind of relevant because, like, basically, do we know how strong like an alive Kinkaku and Genkaku would be? Because at first I thought every Edo was equally nerfed, but there was a statement with like Hashirama where they're standing in front of Orochimaru, right? And
Right.
Hashirama's kind of like not making fun of Tobirama. He's like, "Oh, your senses is dulled, like your instincts are dulled because you didn't even know that Orochimaru has my cells inside of him." And he kind of laughs at him, and it's like it's weird that he would laugh at him if his own instincts were also dulled to an equal degree. He's almost like implying that like Tobirama's more diminished as an Edo than he is, basically.
Right. That could certainly be a fair interpretation, but I would say inductively, simply put, well, that could be explained by the very fact that perhaps Hashirama just, even in their live iterations, was a better sensory Shinobi. Additionally, I think Tobirama makes a pretty general statement when he says we're all virtually at full power, like insinuating that they all are, and it doesn't seem to be any disagreements there.
He
So I would
says they're
simply
close
say
to
that,
their original power. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
I
like
would
he's
simply
posted
say
up
that
that
Hashirama is
we're
more
close,
so
like
playing,
on
he has a playful nature, so he's simply just kind of playing around with Tobirama, and we see that consistently throughout that interaction with Sasuke and Orochimaru when they're having that conversation. I wouldn't say that necessarily indicates. I think it's theoretically possible, but I wouldn't say that's probable. Again, because of Tobirama's general statement where he says, "Oh, we're pretty much all virtual full power here. We're slightly nerfed, essentially." So that's what I would say to that, and
yeah.
kind of count
Like
that. Yeah.
I feel like Hashirama he can't be the exception either, Jay, because like remember like when Orochimaru first did the Edo Tensei and Konoha Crush, it didn't matter how fucking powerful Hashirama is, but he had their power levels reduced even further down
Yeah,
to where
way
they
further.
weren't close to their power, and they
Yeah.
were just mindless fucking puppets. Like, and they were equal to Hiruzen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a big fucking nerf to Sonic, going from being the goddess Shinobi to a Sonic. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big nerf, man. So like, so the Edo Tensei inherently it applies as a whole. Like whatever the user is gonna make you be at, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are, because Hashirama still couldn't do shit about it. But again, like Tobirama said, when they got way closer to their power, like close to it, verbatim, and if you analyze the word close definition, that means, you know what I mean, they're right there, right? They're not like drastically far, they're not fucking halfway. No, they're there, right? You know? So overall, like that's just what you have bare minimum. You have some type of quantification value in a sense. So like, and that's why like Orochimaru kind of played himself and Tobirama was correct. Like where like Orochimaru even says it, he states verbatim, he's like, this guy's different though. If he wants to undo my binding and fuck me up, I'm fucked. But he could at least control Tobirama because, like you said, he had the Hashirama cells. But if he didn't have the Hashirama cells, Tobirama would have been able to do the same thing. But we know what obviously happened, right? So, like, the power is important. You know, it's a big deal. But yeah, like, get to answer you directly, like, I don't think Hashirama is an exception. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying, though.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess the last thing would be, oh yeah, I see this. Somebody had linked us in chat or pinged us this statement. It says it was Orochimaru, I guess. He says being able to use all the jutsu that exist in the leaf. That you're called the professor. I mean, obviously he can't use flying Raijin, so I guess that's that. But yeah, I mean,
It could be a broad statement. Like he just knows like a
yeah,
good amount of like
Yeah.
all the basic or intermediate. He probably knows like all the jutsu except for like special clan shit,
Yeah,
or
Kike
space time
Genkai.
ninjutsu like flying Raijin or the fucking eighth gate, Taiji or gates formation. Like he could probably maybe do like the first gate for all we fucking know. I don't know if Kakashi could do it. Why can't Hiruzen do it, right? But
Yeah.
yeah,
like overall,
That's what I would
he
say
more
too.
than likely knows like a crazy amount of shit. But when it gets into like that really rare ballpark, like Flying Raijin stated many times, like it's extremely difficult to learn, to even be able to use, or obviously master. Like someone in like Boruto, who got trained by Sasuke the whole nine, the time skip, he's not even nowhere near as good as Minato, and that's fucking time skip Boruto. So like again, like it just, and
Yeah,
he's a
but
genius, he's a prodigy.
yeah,
So
that
like
statement
yeah,
basically, obviously it doesn't negate that he never uses Kike Genkais or, because he doesn't have the genetics required. No, he's not an Uchiha by blood, he's not, etc. And it doesn't negate that he doesn't use them when it would be favorable. So yeah, that statement basically most likely it can be interpreted as, oh, he can use all jutsu that don't require special genetics or special clan secrets or well, maybe not clan secrets, but clan genetics, etc. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
And that
yeah.
makes sense,
So
Jake, because otherwise Orochimaru would have stated like, oh, like literally like all Jutsu's clans, like he would have been Pacific. You know what I mean? Like he would have just
He would
there
have
you
been
go, right?
wielding
And
the
then
Sharingan and shit.
that's it.
Yeah,
yeah,
Literally,
so
yeah.
Sharingan
what's your
So
dojutsus.
Minato's counter? Say if Toguragi's Infinite Darkness, like, what would he probably? You think he just blitz him before that or something?
Flying Raijin out of it, probably.
Okay.
yeah, he
All
would
right.
definitely know darkness for sure. Like I wouldn't see why he wouldn't know that. It's just a genjutsu, like a high level genjutsu.
Yeah.
Um I don't see why he wouldn't know how to do that. Yeah, Hiruzen. That's
It'd
fine.
be theoretically as Sage mode
But
as
but we
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
To
guess
where you
Yeah,
would
like
fight
we
blind.
but we've
Yeah.
seen
Really
yeah,
sense.
if
Yeah.
you're talking about Minato
Yeah.
versus Hiruzen, like technically we've seen like if you count the Naruto Storm Revolution game, like he fought Jiraiya and Hiruzen and he beat them both, you know. So
I'm not
there's
referring
that
to
too. That
Minato
was
versus.
Joning Minato.
I was referring to Tobirama versus Minato. But
Yeah.
okay. One more
Oh,
argument.
okay.
This is one more. This is sort of a weird one, but it was one I had thought of when I saw you guys being noodles. So like Kinkaku and Genkaku, obviously, they got amped. Like they got amped from like eating the inner stomach lining of the Nine Tails.
Yeah.
And from that point on in their life, they
Yeah.
were strong with all this chakra. Then later we see them in the war, and obviously, I mean, they're Edos, but still, they're losing to Darby and shit, so they're a lot weaker. Or not weaker, but they're weak. But so it's sort of a weird thing. Like, what if they had a finite amount of Nine Tails chakra in them because they ate a finite amount of flesh? And if they have a finite amount, it could presumably mean that the more they use, the less they have, right? So could it be possible that they had more Ninetales chakra back then initially when they ate it versus later on at later points in time?
Right. I see what you're saying. You're saying like after they ate it throughout their lifespan, it would diminish inside of them. There's just nothing
Yeah,
to
like the more they
really.
use.
Yeah. The
Possible, but
more
we
they
have
use, right?
nothing to
Yeah, pretty
analyze
much.
that.
And I would say
Yeah.
the very fact that they can go V2 still even post death insinuates they still have a large amount of that. More than likely.
Yeah.
I would say yeah, that there's just nothing to really
It's definitely
indicate
a
that.
large amount because V2 transformation is a large
It requires
amount.
a lot.
Like again, you have
Uh,
Killer B with V1. Yeah, and then he goes to V2, and then you like when you analyze the Kasame like chakra depletion and then like state how it all works, like how much he's taking, like the whole nine, like V2 is a big deal. That's
yeah,
like
there's a
like look at
prerequisite
Naruto.
for
Like he
that.
went from like all the tails, like Naruto's tails was like low Kage Jonin level, right? And like Kakashi could deal with it easily. But then when he goes to fucking Four Tails V2, he's now Masonic. Like it's a big deal, you know?
Yeah,
So
essentially we see
like
historically
it just
when yeah, when tails come out, you need a prerequisite as far as how much chakra you possess. So like with Naruto and Kurama, for example, as
yeah,
Kurama's chakra continues to seep into his own chakra network, his tails increase, and then eventually, when there's a certain amount, he goes into V2, where his entire body is like consumed by like the red chakra. So essentially, as Edo's
yeah.
Kinnigan were still able to go into V2, indicating they still have a large amount, which essentially implies they most likely lost little to none throughout their lifespan, utilizing the tailed beast chakra they consumed or digested. So that's probably what I would say to
Like,
that.
like
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they
like
could
even if
use.
we like Jay said, like absolutely. Even like if we grant what like Jay said too, like like let's say they did lose, it was like even if they lost chakra, okay, they probably can't go to like full BG transformation, right? But they can still go to V2, which is still a crazy amount of chakra, like Jay's saying, you know. So like at the end of the day, we got to go with what we do know, right? Not like hypotheticals or what could be or whatever or possibilities. We go with
Yeah,
what we
what's
do
most
know,
likely?
and at the end of we do know they have V2, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. And so, and it just makes more logical sense for him to have to lose to V2 because there's no way he's losing to base Kinnigan when they're struggling, like you said, to Darui, Shikamaru, etc. Because we obviously know the Sonning are above those characters, right? You know, so logically, it would just make that like valid sense with all the evidence and correspondence
it's most
that
probable.
clearly he lost to
Yeah,
V2. And he's also faster than V2 as well, based upon them still being able to react to V2 attacks as well. It's just what was more than likely the case is he lacked the AP, you know what I mean, and the
yeah,
durability to
to
deal with
strike him,
V2.
to
It
damage
just
him.
makes the most
Yeah,
probable sense, you know. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
So I mean, I see what you're saying. They do with V2 and stuff, but even though they have a lot left, a lot is kind of relative, right? I mean, it can be unquantifiable because they don't have an infinite amount, and so it's kind of like I don't know. I haven't seen Boruto, but I know that when Naruto lost the Nine Tails, he was still able to go into Kurama mode or whatever, but like he had like lesser amount, like he could only have one usage or something. I don't know. I haven't seen Boruto, but it's like sort of an analogy that pops in my head with that kind of thing. And yeah, I don't have definitive proof for this theory. It's just sort of a logical like I just thought it
It's
might logically
interesting. Yeah.
follow. Yeah. And like
It just
I
that wouldn't
mean,
work in a debate though. That's the problem. Like that, it's like
'Cause
that's just
it's
that can be simply equal interpretation if someone's refuting correctly and properly. You know what I mean? Or if they're really good, they can have way more evidence to further substantiate the or probability or likelihood that again like it wouldn't matter based upon we know V2, especially V2 nine tails is a big deal in scale.
still at their
We've seen it
disposal.
plenty of
Yeah,
times.
exactly.
You know.
yeah, they have V2, but I mean, it is kind of like unquantifiable, right? The degree to which, like, if we're saying they diminish, which we don't really know, but if they
And
did,
also, Ken and Gin are also descendants of like the Six Paths as well. So that with that on top of it, with merging the Kibu Chalk or whatever, that can potentially like put them in like a even further higher regard. Because again, we know Tobirama is at least bare minimum above the Sonic based upon his Edo performance fighting with Hiruzen and whatnot. Okay, and we know the Sonic lose to Four Tails Naruto. Okay, but then you have Ken and Gin who are in V2, but not Four Tails, but they got 9 tails, all 9 tails out in V2. That is way more than fucking Four Tails. Okay, like so there's that too as well to consideration. But even if you disregard that, because like you said, we don't necessarily know the quantification amount. Okay, they are descendants of six, Sage's Six Paths, whatever, blah. That can be a big deal, and that's the only reason they were even able to eat the chakra and get what they did to where they were like a partial Jubi or Jinjuriki. So again, they're kind of like an outlier in a way, and meaning therefore that can branch into many ways or reasons of why they're so dangerous with that power and whatnot. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like no matter what, again, we know bare minimum is that they defeated Tobirama. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
defeated twice
But
at full
yeah,
power with
basically,
help, and when Tobirama was not at full power with no help. You know what I mean? Like it is what
basically,
it
yeah,
is.
it comes down to what's most
So
most probable. But yeah, it's possible that there is some arbitrary level of diminishing in these guys' chakra networks because they consume the chakra and it's a strange occurrence. But we go off what's most probable. What we do know is that post death they were still capable of going V2. They still had 9 tails. And yes, perhaps the prerequisite to meet that is unquantifiable, and perhaps it did diminish but they simply just still have enough to reach V2. But there's just nothing to indicate that. And historically, and because they're the singular case of someone eating chakra, we just have no real way to verifiably indicate that they had a decline in chakra as they aged after eating it. So the most logical conclusion to come to is that that wasn't the case, and they simply just kept that after they digested it throughout their lifetime. Yeah.
Further substantiation too, Jay, like Raikage even makes a statement and says they've done this in the past. Like he says, whenever they forego the QB transformation, they're unstoppable or whatever. Like, blah
Yeah.
blah, like he's
Doesn't
freaking
indicate any
out, whatever, yada
diminishing
yada. You know
ability.
what I mean? So they exactly, it would be the opposite, meaning like whenever they transform, they're dangerous. They're a fucking threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's saying that as for the past 4 tenths, and that if they were to do it now, that could be a fucking big deal to where he says himself he'll have to intervene if they go into that transformation, right?
Yeah.
And so on and so on, whatever. And then eventually it's going to get to that point, but they didn't do that because they realized they could just seal him. They came up with a plan. They're like, all right, let's just seal these motherfuckers, and there you go, problem solved, right? So at the end of the day,
Well-
like like Jay said, there's that too, which again would just further amplify like it's most definitely not the case that their power just stays the same.
Yeah. It's
That's fine.
stagnant.
But
yeah, fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
see what you're
Just
trying
wanted
to do.
to,
You're basically trying to advocate that like Tobirama, like fought like a way higher level
Ken
nine-tailed
again.
pseudo, and then therefore like that's so I get what you're saying, but like that's just gonna be like literally impossible to prove. Literally impossible.
yeah, I know. It's unquantifiable. It's just like conjecture at the end of the day. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Just
Yeah.
want to bring in some like interesting devil's advocates, but by the way, somebody in
Yeah, no,
chat
it is
saying
interesting.
No,
yeah,
good arguments. Yeah.
somebody in chat, by the way, they're saying Hiruzen used the dog smelling clan, which is how he was able to like know where everything was with the Bringer of Darkness, because he was using like Kiba's clan.
Yeah.
He's using like Kiba's clan's technique.
I don't was that stated? Was that stated or I don't remember that.
I don't. Somebody in the chat claiming that.
Yeah, I would have to see something. If you guys are more than welcome to go to Jay's, but I don't remember that ever being stated. Now
Yeah, I
I
never.
do know that Kakashi is able I know Kakashi's able to use his nose like Kiba, similarly, and like channel chakra, whatever, blah, and things like that. So like, if Kakashi can do it, then
He has
yeah,
like the
why can't
genetics for it
Hiruzen
though.
possibly do it? But
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a whole genetic clan thing. While Kakashi, he's so good with chakra control. Like he'll channel the chakra to his nose to amplify it, right? And then that's why he can smell really good, just like Kiba, or similarly, and so on
Yeah.
and so. Because at the end of the day, with the dog clan people, when they explain how it works, they're really doing is just using a crazy amount of chakra and amplifying their nose to
Like
where
their
they can
senses,
smell,
right?
ridiculously way more.
Yeah.
So
The
like,
the
again,
the
so like
crazy one is
honestly,
like
I think
Kekkei
there's two
Genkai.
factors. Either you have the genetic,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Either the
That's purely
genetics you can do
genetic.
it, or if
Purely
you're
genetic.
really smart, yeah, if you're really
Yeah.
smart, then you use chakra control. Like again, Kakashi,
Like no matter
So,
how good you are at chakra control,
but
you're not
yeah,
gonna
like
you won't awaken a Sharingan if you're not in a Uchiha, basically. Yeah.
exactly. You know what I mean?
But the
Like,
dog shit,
but
that's
like
more
overall, like you
understandable.
could like what I'm getting at though. Yeah, like what I'm getting at, like you could easily just argue that Hiruzen just has really great instincts too, though. Like again, you don't have to
Yeah, he's a
necessarily be able
Kage.
to see in order to fight something. Like, yeah, like there's plenty of ninja that can fight without their eyes. Like Guy, he can do it. Kakashi can do it. Like there's many ninja that can fight without seeing. It's
Yeah.
hard, but they can do it. So
I do gotta head out though, because
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta get something.
Appreciate you
But
coming
I'm
in.
see you guys.
yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate
for
you,
sure.
bro.
Peace.
Yeah, yep. See ya, man. Also, Hiruzen could have sensory too. There's that too, guys. He could have
Yeah, like
sensory.
yeah, it's the Kekkei Genkai where I'm really like, okay, you can't
Sensory
use that.
ability.
He knows about it, but he can't use that. Like a fucking Sharingan. He's not, or a fucking Byakugan. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You're never gonna see
That's what
him
I'm saying.
wielding.
Like again, like if
The dude would be like
yeah,
fucking six pat, like a fucking god if he was able to use Kekkei Genkais. That'd be insane. He would have slapped up Orochimaru like nothing. He would have used
it's
fucking Byakugan.
it's
Would have been like, come
it's
on, bro.
blatantly stated like verbatim. Yeah, it's stated verbatim like you can't do like that's why Kakashi says like he can't copy Haku's like shit or whatever blah blah because it's a bloodline ability. It's
Yeah,
a
exactly.
Genkai. Like so
Exactly.
like you just can't get that, right? You can't replicate that. You can't learn it. You can't copy. You can't do none of
It'd
that.
be like,
Not
yeah, it'd
even
be
the
like
Sharingan
Itachi.
could do that. If the Sharingan can't,
Genjutsu, those aren't jutsu, they're dojutsu. Yeah. Well, they're a form of jutsu. Genjutsu, ninjutsu, dojutsu. I mean, dojutsu is an ocular.
Haku's ice style. Yeah, the Haku's ice style is also a jutsu, but that's bloodline. And again, Kakashi could not copy that or replicate it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like he just states it outright. That's just how it works. Like
Dojutsu are powerful. Okay. But yeah, we'll go about 5 more minutes, folks. 1 via the Renegon rods, 2 is yin and yang,
yeah,
sword 3, what's the 4 is crazy sex pest barrier. What are you talking about? To be honest, even if you give Tobirama that disingenuous Jubito scaling and power, Jubito has many ways to beat Tobirama. Yeah, this is no way I would ever give him the disingenuous Jubito scaling. It's insane.
yeah, no.
Insane. More of a secret technique than a bloodline move. Are you talking about the dog shit? That's fine, yeah. That one.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, yeah. I looked at the scan. Yeah, he does sniff with his nose. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I
That's
didn't
pretty
remember
cool.
him doing that. That's why.
Kakashi, not
Yeah.
Hiruzen. 1 via Renegon.
But again, like that could be due to many reasons why he could do it. Like again, he could just like what like Kakashi's doing. He's simply just channeling chakra to his nose. Like
Yeah.
he's not part of that clan. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't
Yeah,
have
exactly.
the fucking like the dog genetics and DNA to do what Kiba can do.
Let's see.
Like that's like saying he can use fucking bugs like Shino. Like he can't do what Shino can do.
Yeah. Exactly. Like that'd be fucking crazy. Or like fucking Hiruzen using Tsukuyomi or some shit. Be crazy. Imagine I'm fucking Orochimaru. He's like, bitch, this is your torture part 2. I know Itachi did it, now I'm doing it. He would never fight Hiruzen. He would never fight Hiruzen if he knew that. He's like, fuck no. Itachi already clapped me. I'm not gonna fucking fight Hiruzen.
Bro, imagine a Byakugan though, where he's just giving him an ass beating instead.
Holy fuck. He'd probably fucking traumatize him like fucking Itachi did. Never fucking go near him again. He definitely can't use bloodline abilities. Yeah, fucking Renegon. He's like, bitch, you think you could like planetary devastation, bitch. Be like, holy fuck. The Renegon rods. I just read that. He definitely can't use bloodline abilities. Yeah, exactly. Bloodline shit. That's insane. But yeah, folks, about 5 more minutes. This was a
Like
W.
if he could, he would do it though. Like again, there's so many times where that would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he would have
Like
clapped
so
here.
many
Roach,
times. Like
he
against
would have clapped.
Orochimaru, against
Yeah, he would have used
yeah.
Tsukuyomi for sure. Why wouldn't he? He would have clapped him with Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu, Planetary Devastation, Soul Ripping,
Bro,
like the
Shadow Possession would be clutch
Shadow
against
Possession.
Orochimaru. Like
Yeah, that would have been
that would be
clutch.
clutch. Yeah, like
Like,
fucking.
bitch, yeah, he would have clapped him really badly. But yeah, folks, any final questions? This is a WS stream. We are back this year. Fire. Shout out to all the super chat. Shout out to Sage. Shout out to all the goats. When Uichi call in next time, we might do Kakuzu versus Pain, or we'll do a general one, a general call-in show. People can just say whatever they want, and talk about whatever they want, I should say. People can, challenge us.
But Itachi didn't let's Spain.
I know, I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk about fucking clouds all day. That's all. Like, bro, come on. The clouds were not apparent. They were not visual. They were not visualized on the panel, but they were there. I'm like, the fuck are we talking about? Like, I don't want to talk about that shit, bro. You can't see the clouds, but they were there, so you couldn't see. Like, what are you talking about?
But Jay, the dirt was in the air. It was you could see.
The chameleons had
Hey,
two eyes in their eyes. I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk about that shit. What the fuck? I'll put that as a title. I'll put Itachi bitch play and change my mind. Like, if I want to talk about that shit, bro, come on. This is the most like fucking.
You could do it. Because apparently that's more fucking attention seeking than fucking.
Yeah, it's more attention seeking. Like, bro, we have to talk about clouds for like 3 hours. Fuck no, bro. Fuck that. I don't want to talk about that shit, man. That's crazy work. That's tedious. Like,
bro, they took Itachi stunning Nagato way more harder than Minato and Tobirama.
I know, what the fuck. I brought that up once, and they're like, "There was clouds everywhere." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Immediately, like, clouds were brought up. I'm like, Itachi clap pain. He's like, "There's clouds everywhere." I'm like, "Bro,
or Nagato
come on."
He was using the toilet.
Like, bro, what are you talking about? There's kunais in the chameleon's eyes. I'm like, oh my god, bro, are you serious? Come on. Where was that energy for Tobirama today, bro? Show him some love. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, bro.
They went crazy for Nagato, but they said fuck Tobirama.
Yeah, they're like, fuck him, and everyone's like, that's the truth. I'm like, damn, bro, we should have done that instead. Talk about clouds for 3 hours.
Honestly, W, because that just goes to show that people love Pain and Nagato more than fucking.
Yeah, Pain's a fucking. He's a fucking dog. Like, that's who you should be defending, dead ass. So I don't have no problem with that.
Yeah, makes sense. So I agree, yeah. but the way they went about it was hilarious.
Yeah, the fucking clouds and shit. Like, bro, that's wild work. Like, you couldn't see
way
it.
better ways to argue it. Like, bro, at least bring up like fucking all the 10 billion statements of Pain being the strongest, and like bring up things that actually like are good arguments. I mean, not fucking fart dirt or fucking stupid ass chameleon eyes.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's like when it's when I debunk Loco, fucking the shit he said, I think, to debunk me. He's like, that's an appeal to reality. I'm like, dude, all the physics and shit are based on reality. What? Of course I'm appealing to reality. The fuck? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Appealing to reality. That's what we're all fucking doing here.
In the show.
Yeah, like they're talking about reality on the fucking
Sakura,
show.
Like,
that's wild, bro.
Like Sakura's fucking doing literally like calculus math and talking about like Shuriken geometry and shit, and
I know, I'm like, the fuck?
Like the laws of physics.
I think that's why Loco retired, bro. After that, he retired after that shit. He's like, I'm gone, bro. After he said that shit, he's like, what did I just say? He's like, he's appealing to reality.
Or you got all the science statements.
Yeah,
bro, you got like all the science statements where like Dozu's talking about like the ears with sound, or you got like how like sound vibrates water and shit with like within the human body. Like you got all this science, bro. Like,
bro,
they talk about like gun barrels with like the
literally
bugs and Zaku's like air. Like, bro, there's so much science.
They're stating
Like,
actual like
what are you
real life
talking
physics
about?
formulas, and he's like, you're appealing to reality. I'm like, bro, it's time to retire. Like, and then he did retire. He hasn't been back. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. I mean, honestly, I'll
They
say
got
this.
fucking dogs smelling.
Yeah, bro. I'll
Like,
say this though about Loco. I think like at the end of the his career, we honestly, I won't lie. I think we went harder on Loco than we did on Noodles because there was
oh, he
just
did.
I don't know, the videos we made on Loco. If you guys have seen them, I'm sure you have. Is they were pretty brutal. Like the shit that we said about him. It was like, bro, we cooked his ass pretty bad. Like Noodles, I just roasted him. Like I would talk shit, call him a cuck and shit. But Loco, we made like actual like fucking
You know,
video
we went out,
assaults.
like,
Yeah, like
yeah,
assaults, like
we had to
verbal
fuck him
assaults
up.
on him.
Uh,
It was crazy, bro. Like the
He brought up,
parodies and everything.
Little Man, and I had to like whip out my fucking perfect Susanoo.
Yeah, that was crazy. The videos that we made on him were insane. Like, yeah, I guarantee
Yep.
that's why he retired. He's like, fuck this, bro, I'm gone. Like that was crazy. Noodles, I just I would roast him and shit. I
Good
made a
riddance,
diss
though.
track.
Good
Yeah,
riddance. Good riddance, though.
it was a good beef, but yeah, he's gone. Looks like he took off.
Yeah. And I'm glad because that dude was he was hanging out with the wrong party too, with fucking
Facts.
Seth the pedo and
Yeah, I don't understand
Noodles
that
and
because like
Clyde's fucking two-faced bitch ass.
his punk ass,
Yeah,
like
fuck you, Clyde. By the way,
Clyde's a bitch,
fucking
bro. He knows that. I
yeah,
said that
just
shit to
all
his
the
face.
weirdos.
Yeah, it's like Loco before
all the
though.
weirdos.
Like before that, he was hanging with all the cool people. Like he wasn't hanging with those fucking losers yet. He was
Yeah.
like with the cool people, and then I don't know what happened when we started beefing with him. He
But then
switched up.
he wanted clicks, and he thought it was gonna be the shortcut. He thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
the shortcut. He's like, oh, let me hang out with these weirdos, and this will make my
I'm like
shit
dog, what
pop
the
off.
fuck? I'm like Loco, you're hanging out with fucking like pedophiles and shit, and like I don't know. I think he realized that after the fact, like what he did, and he retired. He's like, bro, fuck this shit, bro. I'm done. Like you should have never affiliated with that loser, bro. Like that was his mistake. If he didn't do that, he'd probably be all right now. Like, bro.
Like, bro, like you guys don't understand. Like he was hanging out like Noodles alone is like he has a lot of shit. Like,
Yeah, he's a bitch, bro. Noodles is a
like
bitch.
fucking technically you could say technically you can say he's a pedo because he like showed his ass on Discord.
That's
Which we know
disgusting, bro.
Discord there's minors and shit.
He's
So like you
disgusting
could
for that shit.
technically, there's yeah, like there's that. The other thing, he was caught being racist, dropping the hard R and shit.
Yeah,
So he's a
he
racist.
cried about it like a bitch.
Then the other thing is fucking. Then he was also defending Surfbone, who raped a girl.
Yeah, literally.
Like
He's like admitting it. He's like, she wasn't
yeah,
even
like-
conscious. I'm like, the fuck, bro? You're flexing? You're disgusting, bitch. The fuck? He was literally flexing about it. She was
like,
unconscious.
literally,
I'm
and
like,
he was
bro,
defending that.
that's wild work,
He
bro.
tried to debate Aeroflame on that and defend that, and he got slammed by Aeroflame. He got roasted and destroyed.
He got clapped up. He got clapped up by Arrow.
Like, bro, me and Jay might have to react to that debate one day, though.
Yeah,
just
bro.
to get a good laugh.
It's on Arrow's channel too. It's on Arrow's channel.
Aeroflame versus Noodles.
This is Noodles. That's crazy.
Did Surf Mode grape the girl, bro?
That's
oh
crazy.
my god, I'm gonna be in
Noodles
tears
is such a
if you watch
fucking
that.
idiot.
I
man.
still haven't seen that to this day. It's in
Yeah.
my watch later, but I haven't seen it.
He's such a fucking idiot. Like, bro,
But
this is such a fucking idiot. I don't know.
well,
I
like
don't
again,
understand.
that's the type of person you're talking about, and then and that's who he was trying to affiliate with, get close.
That was a
Then he tried
mistake.
to be a fucking stupid ass retard Clyde.
Yeah, like that's a mistake,
Right.
bro. Like you fucked up doing that because those people don't fuck with them. Like I don't understand it. Like
Yeah.
he could have fought his battle alone, and that's fine. Like that's no problem. But you affiliating with those losers, like, bro, that was the beginning of the end of that's
But like
crazy.
he was going the right way at first. Like he was
Yeah, he
hanging
was,
with
he was.
TG. He was
With
hanging,
the ghosts.
with other people. He was going the right way. And I'll say this: like, did he have some crazy stupid ass takes? Sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
But there was also other takes he had that were good. That
he had
were
some good
fine
takes.
and normal.
Yeah.
And he could scale Naruto. Like, yeah,
He could.
He could do it.
Yeah, he was good at it.
So like his editing was good too. So like at the end of the day, like he had the potential, but he just made the wrong decisions.
I don't understand. Like,
But
yeah, I didn't understand that. Like, it was such a 180. Like, once beef started with us, it's like he 180'd. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I didn't understand that shit. Like,
it's the desperation. That's what it is. It's the
Yeah.
desperation.
I'm like the
Like
dark
that
and
dude,
this.
that dude was so money hungry or fame hungry. He was willing to go to the darkness for
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, dude, this isn't Star Wars. In this community, the dark side is not fire. Like, there's no Darth Vader in the dark side. There's no Darth Vader. Like, Seth is no dark
He's
side. There's no
like
Darth Vader,
I'll
bro.
be Palpatine's apprentice.
I'm
I'll
like,
be
dude,
Palpatine's
Palpatine in
apprentice.
this community is a pedophile. Like, that doesn't work. Like, you gotta like, yeah, that was wild work, bro.
Literally,
Like,
he's Steph the pedal's like good.
it's like join us. I'm like, bro, you're joining pedophiles
Oh
and
my
rapists. Like, yeah. Oh, by the way, I started speaking of that
god.
fucktard. I put on my if you guys want to join the Discord, I put a Noodles Beef Museum memoriam and it has all like our history. Because people have been asking me like, what happened to Noodles and blah, blah, blah. First of all, he's a pussy, so he's not gonna say anything. But I made it all basically the whole timeline from beginning to end. Me roasting him, me
Oh,
calling him a fat ass. The very first video I reacted to years ago when I didn't know him and someone paid me $100 to react to him. That started the whole beef. I only did it because someone paid me way back when. I didn't even know him. And that started this whole, this whole fucking history. He got his panties in a bunch and it never changed, so. But if you want to join the Discord, check out the museum. Feel free. It has the whole history there. Maybe we could do a local museum too. That's like the whole history there. There was a lot of videos made on him, probably more than Noodles actually. There's a lot of videos we made on him. That's probably why he retired. We hit it where it hurts. Let's say that. What's going on, Neo?
yeah. Speaking of that too, I have a Weeb War playlist where
Oh,
it
that
has
shit is hilarious.
all the good shit with Weeb special ads.
Wee was a
Yep. So if you guys
legend.
want to get some funny ass entertainment, you haven't seen that, yeah, Weeb.
Yeah, he's a fucking legend, dude.
But Jay did inspire me. Jay inspired me. Like low key, I'm gonna also do a playlist and make a Discord channel for Loco and Noodles.
Yeah,
And I'll just put
that'll be
all the
fire.
shit
See
there.
all the fucking
I just gotta go
videos.
through it again.
All the videos we made on him. Jesus Christ. Yeah, those diss tracks was fucking. Yeah, those are crazy.
Literally,
That's
bro.
probably. I guarantee he read those. He's like, "Fuck, man, I gotta retire. Like, I can't do this anymore."
Mhm.
But we hit it deep, pretty deep. It cut deep. I know that. But yeah, folks. 5 more minutes. We'll depart. It's been a good couple of years of beefs. We retired most. Noodles. Noodles is a pussy because he's riding the coattails of Seth the pedo, Clyde the pussy, and he doesn't even post. Like if he used his resources, I just I don't understand. Why don't you guys start making more vids on Noodles like you did to Loco? I mean, the beef is over. He doesn't say anything anymore. Once Loco stopped, we stopped making videos on him. That's the thing. I have a diss track. I don't know if you guys know. It's on Batman's channel. I made an actual diss track on Noodles, like me dissing him. So there's videos made on him. An actual diss track I wrote myself, but he's been gone, kind of like Loco. Like he's not retired because he posts like every other year because he's lazy as fuck. But
Yeah.
he doesn't say shit anymore. I even invited him to debate. He's a pussy. So what happened to Clyde? Clyde is just a bitch, bro. Because back then when
He's a bitch.
yeah, he's a bitch.
Fucking
Because he
bitch.
tried to like sun me when after he exposed Seth and shit. Me and Clyde were cool. I actually said
Yeah.
sorry to Noodles because I
felt
dissed him and I thought Noodles was
bad,
like
Yeah.
he basically what happened was Clyde decided to come on the stream. He gave his word. Not that he owes me, but he gave his word, so it's a principle. Then when Noodles wanted to debate me, he changed the whole dynamic. He's like, okay, I'll only come on if you decide to debate Noodles first. I'm like, I don't like that. You're trying to like sun me with your bigger name. You're trying to make me debate this dude and use your name against me. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be somebody's token, so you don't have to come on. And he took it the wrong way. So then Noodles started talking shit. And then Clyde he tried to sun me like in the DMs. He's like, "Oh, you're a very evasive individual." I'm like, "You're a pussy. Like I'm telling you, come on. Why do you need Noodles like to help you? Come on by yourself. If I'm evasive, come on the stream and say it to my face." And then he blocked me like a pussy.
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're a bitch." And then later on, he messaged me. He's like, "Well, I'll come on if me and Noodles can come on." I'm like, why can't you come talk to me like a man by
Oh my
yourself? Are you
god.
scared? Like, are you scared of me? And then
Literally.
I was like, no, Noodles is not invited. He came on and tried to start some shit. So you come on. If I'm the evasive one, then why aren't you coming on? I'm giving you an opportunity to speak
Literally,
to
he
me.
says they're invasive, but yet he
Yeah, he
does what
invaded
he's
me.
claiming.
That dude's a bitch. Like, all those guys are pussies, bro. Noodles, Clyde, all those guys are bitches. None of them are
And
built like that, bro.
mind you, the
Pedophiles, bro.
the cherry on top, he went through all that fucking victim shit, that fucking 3 or 4 hour video he did on Seth, the
For
whole
what?
Keemstar shit. He went
Yeah,
through all that shit just to kiss ass back to him and be friends with him again. And the whole
yeah.
nine.
The dude's a bitch, bro. Like,
That is crazy. Fucking
yeah.
crazy.
He's more evasive than anyone I've ever met, which is ironic. You calling me evasive, like, bro, you're not sunning anybody. You
Yeah,
thought you
the
could sun
dude
me,
that
bro.
he wouldn't even talk to Seth on the fucking Keemstar stream. But yeah, he wants to talk about being evasive.
Like, bro,
Bitch,
you're
the fuck?
pussy. Yeah, that's what I told him. I'm like, bro, you had 7 hours to speak to your so-called your fucking abuser, and you're a bitch about it. You're crying on there like, well, I didn't agree to that. I'm like, you're a bitch, and you're calling me evasive? Like,
Yeah.
bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's the biggest bitch I've
You're a
ever
pussy
seen.
ass
I've
bitch.
never
Like,
seen such a coward
yeah, he's a coward,
in
bro.
my
And
life,
like,
bro. No.
he couldn't sun me. I was like, I don't give a fuck how many subs you have, bro. You're not sunning me. I'm not gonna be no one's token. I don't give a fuck if you come on or
I'll
not.
say this right now. He had a big convenience. He's very lucky that
Facts, bro.
YouTube content creation and so on, like where you can hide behind a screen, because he would never ever have the energy he has in real life too.
Fuck
Like he'll
no.
act like he's hard and tough and whatnot, but yeah, he's the biggest
He's a
bitch.
bitch, bro. That dude's a bitch. Like, I don't
Oh
have any
god.
sympathy for him now. He went back to his so-called
Yeah,
abuser.
no,
Like, bro, you're a
yeah.
pussy. And he's welcome to come on here
It's like,
anytime
oh,
and
he's an evil Satan abuser,
yeah,
and then goes
crying
right
and
back
shit.
to him, and like act like nothing fucking happened.
Yeah,
Like,
and then he
okay.
tried to play me after all of it. He's like, "Fine, I'll do whatever you want." I'm like, "You know what? You don't have to come on. You're not gonna make me look like an abuser like you did Seth. Like, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to come on this shit. I'm not forcing you to come on here. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just not gonna do what you tell me to do.
Yep.
So if you don't want to come on,
Yeah, you put
that's
the ball in
fine."
his court. This way, he
Yeah,
doesn't
I
try
put
to
it on
do
his
some
court.
bullshit.
He's trying to like he was gonna try to flip it on me like, oh he's verbally tormenting me. I'm like, you're a pussy, bro. Like, you come on if you want to come on, and if you don't, then you're just a bitch. I didn't make you come on. I didn't force you to come on. You come on if you want to come on. If you're not mad enough, then that's on you. You're a bitch. It's that simple. Like,
Yeah,
those guys are
and he
not
did
tough,
not
bro.
like me at all. He did
Uh,
not like what I had to say, bro. That I got under his
he
skin.
messaged me
Like there were
about it
so many
too.
times where
Yeah,
like,
bro. He's like, your
yeah,
friends.
like
I
he'd
didn't
get
like how your
fucking
friends.
pissed.
He like DM me. He's like, your friends talk shit about me. I'm like, he's like, I thought we would keep that private. I'm like, dude, like, first of all, you're a hypocrite because you told Noodles about our agreement, so you didn't keep that private. So I don't know what the fuck you
Yeah.
mean keeping things private. Like, you're the last person to be saying that kind of shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That guy's just a very fake individual, bro.
Like
All
the
those
dude
guys
talks
are.
about about courtesy or being considerate, yet you do the complete
Yeah,
fucking opposite, and you expect the same.
like,
like,
bro, I don't owe you shit. Like,
and at the end of the
fuck.
day, like, and the thing is, Jay was being nice. Like he was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was trying so
I was
hard to be
nice
like the
the whole
bigger
time.
person, like the
Uh,
whole nine. While me, I was the one actually like calling him out or like, nah, like he's being weird, blah blah. Like I was keeping it real, and I wasn't dealing with any of his bullshit, you know. And then he fucking just lost his shit and wanted to be a fucking weirdo with Jay.
yeah,
like,
bro, that dude's a bitch, man.
fuck
Like,
no.
you can't buy me, bro. You can't sun me. That's not gonna happen. If I have to earn a sub every other year, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck that much about clout and shit. Like, we'll earn it ourselves. We don't need your pussy ass around here anyway. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
And
If you're gonna be
let's
a
be
bitch,
real. I'm sorry, but let's be real. Clyde only got up to where he was because of like him being surrounded with Seth and
that's
Swag and the
facts.
whole nine and Chuck. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to hear it, bro. You know what I mean? Like he didn't do it from
Bitch.
the ground up. You know what I mean? From having that, you know, like no, shut the
Nah.
fuck up.
He rode Seth's
You know,
coattails.
there's a
Yeah,
reason
Seth
why
is a
he's still at where he's at, and he hasn't
yeah.
fucking grown.
Yeah, like Seth is a douchebag, but he rode that guy's coattails for a long time. That's just a fact. Like, it is what it
Oh
is,
yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah.
Low key should do a video on Clyde, to be honest. I could, but that pussy ain't gonna say shit to it. He's a bitch, so He probably won't even.
Yeah, no, there's no point.
No point.
Yeah, he
Any of
just
those
ignore it.
fucking losers.
He's probably MIA anyways. Like, what the fuck has he? Like, I haven't even looked at his
He
shit in like so long.
he like
Like,
collabs with Seth and shit. I think is what I heard. Of course he does. He's a
oh
bitch.
my god,
He's collabing with his abuser. That's crazy work. But whatever.
he's collabing with the fucking.
That's crazy. Making a 3-hour video and then collabing with him a few
Oh
months later is
man.
wild. He made him look like Satan in that video. He's like, he's horrible. He's a horrible person. And I'm like,
Literally.
shut your bitch ass up, bro. You're making videos with him, making bread with him again. You're a fucking pussy, bro. And then
What
fucking
the
Noodles
fuck?
made that video too that he took down about Seth. Like, man, he was a horrible person, man. He exposed me as a cuck, like the worst time of my life. I'm like, yeah, here you are talking with him again, bro. Shut your bitch ass up, bro.
Yeah, bro. Look. Yeah, he's still at 200,000 subs, so he still has not grown. He's been there for fucking.
He got a
years
big
upon
boost. You know
years,
what's
okay?
ironic?
Decades.
He got a big
And,
boost after he exposed Seth. He got sympathy subscribers, is what he got.
yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Yep,
like bro, you
that
grew
too.
up.
And then like he 10 days ago he did a video recently. But all his other videos were years ago. But he
Yeah,
just
he's
did a video
inconsistent.
apparently recently. I just looked.
Yeah, that dude's a bitch,
He's
man.
like Noodles. He's a lazy ass motherfucker that's
Yeah,
irrelevant. But acts like
honestly,
he's relevant.
like those guys, any of them are welcome to come on here and try to say what they have to say, but none of these guys have the balls to do that shit. So any of them, Noodles, fucking Clyde, if you want to say something to me, here I am publicly. I know not to DM these fuckers because they like to twist shit. So, the current meta for Dragon Ball scaling is GT versus Super. That's interesting. Yeah, all that beef shit is fun, but not a lot of guys can hang for long. Not even Noodles. He's MIA now too. So I try to make it happen. I try to have him. I bought him a ticket, a plane ticket. He never showed up. I got a refund for it, luckily. But yeah, I try to make it happen.
He's a bitch.
Yeah, he's a pussy, bro. I knew he wouldn't show up. Anyone know the context of Noodle screaming? He called me a Little Caesars. He called me. Oh, it's because I guess Seth somehow found his personal Instagram and found his work, and I think
Yeah.
he paid someone to call his work, and he got
Yep,
fired or
he's that
some
little
shit.
Caesar.
Yeah, he's a bitch, bro.
Yep.
Actually, he made a vid a few months back, but it got so much bad feedback, he took it down. That guy's a bitch, bro. Not surprised. Don't make a video on Clyde. Beef is pointless. Yeah, bro. It's being a dead horse at this point, dog. It's not even worth it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the balls to come
Yeah,
on
he's
here
a
and
loser.
speak.
He's a
Yeah,
fucking
fuck those guys, bro. We don't need to hide face. Those guys hide face in public, but behind closed doors, bro, they're fucked up. They're all fucked up, bro. It was like Lucure versus Jubito video. Oh yeah. He does that a lot. Like, ever since he got back with Seth, he gets a lot of bad feedback for it, which he should. So, as he should, I should say. This goes to show what clout and money does, bro. Makes you sell yourself and sell your
Yep.
ethics, your morals, you know. Because truth be told, I could have done what they did. I could have just done what Clyde told me. Who knows? I would have been in their squad around fucking pedos and fucking rapists and shit. But I was like, nah, fuck that, bro. I'll never fuck that shit. I would never sell myself like that. I
Who
don't give a
knows?
fuck.
You probably could got a boost in subs. Yeah, the whole nine. But it's then fuck that.
Nah, I
that's
wouldn't
such
sell myself, bro.
a fucking disgusting. Yeah, no,
Fuck
fuck
that.
that.
I'll never do that. I don't give a fuck how much money's on the
They
line, bro.
dead ass literally. They dead ass literally think this shit's like Star Wars. Like join the dark side and you'll become
Yeah, bro. Like Seth showed that. Like,
a
bro
bunch
thinks
of
it's fucking loser. He
fucking
thinks this
Darth.
shit's a
You
joke.
know what they are? They're Darth Jar Jar Binks. That's what they are.
Yeah,
Darth Jar
fucking
Jar
dumbass
Binks is
people.
what they are. Fucking stupid ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, fuck those losers. What other
Oh, no
battle
wonder why
manga?
Clyde's a bitch. He lives in Australia. I
Yeah,
just realized
fucking
Clyde lives in
Clyde.
Australia. That's why. He
Clyde is
lives
a
in the
bitch,
fucking
bro.
area where there's big ass fucking snakes, spiders, the whole nine. That's why he's stupid.
Fuck that dude. What other battle manga or series are you reading, watching right now? I've been reading JJK Modulo. I do want to make videos on it eventually. One Piece, I just haven't got back to it. I think I'm like 200 episodes in, but obviously I'm far away from current. Obviously Boruto. What else have I been wanting to? I want to get into the later mangas of Solo Leveling. I think there's Ragnarok, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, I finished Solo Leveling, the anime at least. So,
Nice.
but yeah, folks, we're probably gonna wrap it up here. Fire ass fucking stream. This is like old times. We're just missing Shinobi. Hopefully, God willing, he's all right. But this is like old times. It just gave me classic fucking stream vibes. So shout out to you guys for that shit. Fucking fire. Again, we're back this year. No more bullshit. I'll admit, last year I was inconsistent. Content wise, stream wise, that's on me. Yeah, I've been busy IRL, but that's not an excuse to not entertain you guys and give you guys fire shit. We're gonna do that all year this year, weekly at least. We're gonna try our best, weekly streams at least, content at least a